Was made perfect all alone till you came along. Subtracted peace and added stress. Girl, I can't do it by myself. If you don't wanna be my help, it's not good to be alone. So admit it when you're wrong, or I can do it by myself. Yeah, yeah. We be arguing instead of kissing, causing damage cause the kids are listening. I can see it in your eyes, you're about to cry, and damn it girl, you're still not listening. Hey. You know two are better than one. You're the moon and baby I'm the sun. Regardless, I need to survive, and me and you survive when we're in harmony. Don't you know that I love you? This crown can't be won by two. Follow me and I'll lead you to the kingdom, or I can go by myself. If you don't wanna come and be my help, was made perfect all alone till you came along. Subtracted peace and added stress. Girl, I can't do it by myself. If you don't wanna be my help, it's not good to be alone. So admit it when you're wrong, or I can do it by myself. Yeah, yeah. Two is better than one, but it seems like I can't do enough. So it's time for you to leave, cause the Lord you don't need, and I refuse to beg and plead. I'll be alright in this home alone. Girl, pack your bags and ain't no more shallows. I hope you get cured, and one day you'll mature and realize my worth in the safety I provided for you. I was willing to die for you. My love was tried and true, my boo. You neglected this gift God sent to you. I'll get the kingdom by myself, and I don't need no one else. A perfect kind of love, peaceful as a dove, or I'll do it by myself. When bombs are dropping, I want you next to me to shield you from the fervent heat. For that you need to reverence me, to protect you under my wings. Let's live together in eternity. Grow old making happy memories. Can you make peace with me, baby? Or I can do it by myself.
Man, hold up. I'm with IUIC.
Keep our name up out your mouth. I'm with IUIC. We do the Lord's work from coast to coast, sea to sea. We the front runners that's speaking with no pride. Just open up your eyes, you can see we worldwide. We teaching God's laws with the faith in Jesus Christ. That's the secret sauce you can't purchase with a price. Bishops on deck, double honors, that's respect. Spirit get vexed, we gon' hand court press. Yeah, you know we tighten up, keep the boots buckled up. Them the soldiers of the Lord.
Man, hold up.
144, yeah, that's the goal. So I keep my fringes on, rockin' purple with the gold.
We got a lot of haters on us, we finna bring it out. Inspector got this all around to see what we about. My brothers stay around me, that's how we do in the South. And one thing that we live by, keep our name about your mouth. Name about your mouth. Don't be speaking on my bishop and my about the work, then you wouldn't understand. We got a lot of haters on us, we finna bring it out. Inspect the gadgets all around to see what we about. My brothers stay around me, that's how we do in the South. And one thing that we live by, keep our name about your mouth, name about your mouth. Don't be speaking on my bishop and my deacons, keep their name about your mouth, name about your mouth. Purple and gold, you've been told, keep their name about your mouth, name about your mouth. Be speaking on my bishop and my deacons, keep their name about your mouth, name about your mouth. Purple and gold, you've been told.
I done came down, miles on the truck, cause the captain's called the mission. It's a bliss, I'm pulling up. If you touch one, then you gotta touch us all. Soon as Christ get the call, Babylon gotta fall. It's that man's A, okay, see I'm on the way. I gotta pick up my deacon, cause he bout to fix their face. I done came down, keep my name about your mouth. Representing all the kingdom, raised by lions in the south. Man, what's the deal? I can't stand all the hating. It's a vroom, that's my phone vibrating, cause another hater talking. And Israel through the walking, passing flyers, teach our people, yeah, this truth, you never stop it, man.
We got a lot of haters on us, we finna bring it out. Inspect the gadgets all around to see what we about. My brothers stay around me, that's how we do in the South. And one thing that we live by, keep our name about your mouth, name about your mouth. Don't be speaking on my bishop and my deacons, keep their name about your mouth, name about your mouth. Purple and gold, you've been told, keep their name about your mouth, name about your mouth. Be speaking on my bishop and my deacons, keep their name about your mouth, name about your mouth. Purple and gold, you've been told, keep their name about your mouth.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. When the Lord come out of Basra, he ain't taking Edomites hostage. When he marched through the land with his troops at his command, and the blood reached the bridle, it's gonna be a bloodbath. When the Lord come out of Basra, he ain't taking Edomites hostage. When he marched through the land with his troops at his command, and the blood reached the bridle, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
You wanna see the devil die? I got a petition. Just sign the dotted line. The Lord gon' make sure they go missing. Expose the man of sin, son of great perdition. They used to be kin, but now they at they end. Lord, I wanna be your witness to see that race go missing. Say, touch not your anointed, but Lord, they didn't listen. That sword in your hand, that blood dripping, make it glisten. You gon' cook them in your kitchen when you wipe them from existence. Payback, been owing this since way back. Raise it, slay elders and they babies. Amazing, when slaves rule over nations. Hasten, restore us to our place.
When the Lord come out of Basra, he ain't taking Edomites hostage. When he marched through the land with his troops at his command, and the blood reached the bridle, it's gonna be a bloodbath. When the Lord come out of Basra, he ain't taking Edomites hostage. When he marched through the land with his troops at his command, and the blood reached the bridle, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Prepare slaughters for their sons and their daughters. Time to pay for their sins when they took us cross waters. They divided up our land and defiled the altar. Lord, come in for our vengeance. It belongs to our Father. Okay, let's go. Edom gotta reap what they sow. Put them down low like the bottom of a boat. Put them in chains, make them lose hope. Beat them with a rod, beat them some more. And we ain't gon' stop. World gonna flip when the bomb drop. Christ dripping blood, killing all the ups. This for the sheep, this for the lost. This for our patience. This revelations give us the power to rule all nations. Lord, don't stop till the heathen gone. Kill them all, then take us home.
When the Lord come out of Basra, he ain't taking Edomites hostage. When he marched through the land with his troops at his command, and the blood reached the bridle, it's gonna be a bloodbath. When the Lord come out of Basra, he ain't taking Edomites hostage. When he marched through the land with his troops at his command, and the blood reached the bridle, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
You are now flying.
It's better to be all alone. A king.
Yeah. What? Paganism. What? We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Yeah. Listen, paganism, we stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. The Romans took Saturnalia and named it Christmas. That's their tradition. Did Christ keep it? That ain't in scripture. How about I paint a picture? All roads lead to Babel. Babylon, them idols can't even save you. December 25th, birthday to Nimrod. Son named Tammuz, wife/mother, her name was Ishtar. Need I say more to convince y'all? Jeremiah 10:1. Same tradition, way before Christ, where they get it from. Learn not the way of the heathen, the workmen with the axe, decking trees with silver and gold. Say you do it for the kids, they still in your soul. Sitting children in Satan's lap, hungers from trees like ornaments, did you think of that? Let me take you back. A slave master asked his wife what she wants for Christmas. He said, let's take the biggest tree and have a public lynching. Tell me how we got in this position. Keeping these pagan days, you really a Christian? How about the feast days Leviticus mentions? The end's approaching, they fooled you, you didn't notice. High time, wake out of that slumber, we getting close. Yeah, the end is near. I'd rather die before I live in fear. Shalom. Paganism. Why? We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Paganism. What? We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Yeah. What? Screaming Black Lives Matter at the table of a pagan feast that celebrates genocide, to say the least. Father, thank you for these abominations we came to eat. Bow our heads and thank friggin' Thor. 100 million Israelites slaughtered, how we gon' win this war? A Roman calendar, Greek sports, Cowboys versus Redskins. I'm praying for my brethren on Thor's day, giving thanks to Odin for all the land that was stolen from my forefathers, yelling out black power with shackles on, reporting live straight out of Babylon. Let's throw a feast, we gotta celebrate this robbery. They all got eyes, but they blind to me. The curses of Deuteronomy, my people fit all the prophecies. Chapter 28, 31, happy Thanksgiving. No need for real change, there's so many slaves living day to day, running on their hamster wheel, FEMA camps, UN soldiers. They ain't scared to kill real life. We alive, but we dead for real. Young, it's heartless, numb to violence, scared to feel. We used to give them books, now we hand them pills. Princess popping sands, serve my elder that Millie Rock, come and watch him dance. Put your girl on that boy and she dropped the class. Y'all ain't low, but I got to ask, are we only giving thanks cause we forgot the past? Paganism. Why? We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Paganism. We stiff-necked, we don't want correction, we hate to listen. Yeah, what?
Yeah. Many are called, but few are chosen. Cry alone, spare not. Show my people their transgression, and the house of Israel their sins. It's a new day to pray and make a change. New day to pray and make The eyes of the Lord 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Watch man of Israel, me come for tell you what's to come. Famine and destruction, hungry belly take away the fun. Wake up, stand up, rise up from the dung. Prophets of God, we care about your soul. Matthew 24:12, the love of many shall wax cold. It's a new day to pray and make a change. New day to pray and make a change.
I stand up tall for the children of Zion. Punch a might wolf with the conquering lion. Trample these doctrine, expose these liars. Pets on the loose and tame, very biased. Put them in subjection with the rod of iron. Work till them drop and them can't say them tired. Halt them make paper from the God of Zion. So rise up Zion.
It's a new day to pray and make a change. New day to pray and make a change.
Immortality, well that's the aim. Keeping these laws, that's the only way. Beginning of sorrows as the day draw near. Fire and brimstone, shower like rain. The wicked of Israel, there's no escape. Beyond death and grave, excruciating pain. Those that remain of the heathen shall be our slaves, shall be our slaves.
It's a new day to pray and make a change. New day to pray and make a change. It's a new day to pray and make a change. New day to pray and make a change.
Isaiah Judah.
Hey, look, that truth springing up all through the earth right now, and they don't like this. Nah, they don't like when they see them boots coming through their city, you know what I'm saying? They don't like that the true prophets of God, we back, and that's a fact.
They know we some gods, they don't like it. I know. No, they can't stop this truth, they hearing it right outside they door. Yeah, we gon' bring the noise, I know they heard we coast to coast. Now we ain't tryna be cocky, but these laws that we gon' boast. Yeah, Christ he coming back with that fire, ooh, I swear they toast. I can see the fear on their face, it look like they seen a ghost. Yeah, Babylon getting destroyed, all I can say is whoa. Yeah, that pressure building up at any time, it's about to blow. We got plenty ammo, but our weapons ain't carnal. Gotta fight these demons off, cause you know they ain't armor. You gon' reap what you sow, where I'm from, that's just karma. Tribe of Judah, on my line, yeah, I been in that jungle. On my way to the kingdom on this tight rope. Tryna make my way out the dark, that's what the light for. The destruction of my enemies, that's the light for. Tryna go against my God, you suicidal. Think we got them nervous, they clown just like circus. I done found my purpose, now I put them in verses. We pull up on churches like I bet you ain't heard this. Your pastor, he don't teach the truth, he ain't showing you the curses. Can't ignore the feeling, no pressing, it got me mad. I'm not out the spirit right now, I'm just in my bag. I'm just on this ride for a little while, trying not to crash. And we gon' rule this earth again, one day might I add. They know we some gods, they don't like it. I know, no, they can't stop this truth, they hearing it right outside they door. Yeah, we gon' bring the noise, I know they heard we coast to coast. Now we ain't tryna be cocky, but these laws that we gon' boast. Yeah, Christ he coming back with that fire, ooh, I swear they toast. I can see the fear on their face, it look like they seen a ghost. Yeah, Babylon getting the short, all I can say is whoa. Yeah, that pressure building up at any time is about to blow.
If you with us, then you with us. If you ain't, you hate Christ. And it ain't no way around it, you gon' have to pay the price. Roll the dice if you wanna, you will never see the light. And all I do is speak the truth, cause it make my teeth white. Israelites run the city, yeah, we got them all shook. And we ain't committing violence, we just reading out the book. You can humble down and learn, but if you scoff, you getting cooked. So repent and be converted, for you get your life took. By this weapon that we toting, it ain't physical, it's spiritual. Don't get chopped when that sword out, that's how his wrath get poured out. You can think it's a game if you want, whenever you see us in purple and gold. And we ain't no Q-Dolls and no Power Rangers. Judah blood, you better let them know.
They know we some gods, they don't like it, I know. No, they can't stop this truth, they hearing it right outside they door. Yeah, we gon' bring the noise, I know they heard we coast to coast. Now we ain't trying to be cocky, but these laws that we gon' boast. Yeah, Christ he coming back with that fire, ooh, I swear they toast. I can see the fear on their face, it look like they seen a ghost. Yeah, Babylon getting the short, all I can say is whoa. Yeah, that pressure building up at any time is about to blow.
Yeah, I'm here to let you know I'm here for you. You know I run it through the field with ya, yeah. I'ma be by your side, yeah, I'm with you for the ride. If I gotta spend a meal with ya, yeah. Just let me keep it real with ya, hey. I'm the only one who could deal with ya, yeah. And I'ma be by your side, yeah, I'm with you for the ride. If I gotta spend a meal with ya, God knows I'm here for ya. You know I'm down to pay the rent for ya. Got you the house, now ain't no rent for ya, yeah. You know I go out on a limb for ya. You know I play the steak and shrimp for ya, yeah. And you won't believe I done done so many times, yeah. Hard to believe I prevent so many cries, yeah. You've been by my side, yeah. And I be looking out for you so you can shine, yeah, yeah. I pray you never change, I hope you stay the same. I'm here to give you your flowers to let you know. I'm here to let you know I'm here for you. You know I run it through the field with ya, yeah. I'ma be by your side, yeah, I'm with you for the ride. If I gotta spend a meal with ya, yeah. Just let me keep it real with ya, hey. I'm the only one who could deal with ya, yeah. And I'ma be by your side, yeah, I'm with you for the ride. If I gotta spend a meal with ya, God knows I'm here for ya. Tell me how you feel, tell me how you feel. I got so much love to give, gotta keep it real. Hope it stay on your mind, girl, I'm trying to build something to last forever, hope you know the deal. I ain't gon' even lie, girl, you got me here. I'ma go cop that ring, cause it's time to kneel. I hope you know it's real. I done gave up them streets for something real. Oh, I pray you never change, I hope you stay the same. I'm here to give you your flowers to let you know. I'm here to let you know I'm here for you. You know I run it through the field with ya, yeah. I'ma be by your side, yeah, I'm with you for the ride. If I gotta spend a meal with ya, yeah. Just let me keep it real with ya, hey. I'm the only one who could deal with ya, yeah. And I'ma be by your side, yeah, I'm with you for the ride. If I gotta spend a meal with ya, God knows I'm here for you.
And I will always be there, 10 toes down, best friend, I swear. And when things ain't going right, in the middle of the night, one call and I'll be there. For you, I will always come through, cause I know you do the same for me too. We got history, it's no lie, put you in my plans, cause we got time. And I hope you never change, I hope you stay the same. Wanna give you your flowers to let you know.
I'm here to let you know I'm here for you. You know I run it through the field with ya, yeah. I'ma be by your side, yeah, I'm with you for the ride. If I gotta spend a meal with ya, yeah.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, I'm the only one who could deal with ya, yeah. And I'ma be by your side, yeah, I'm with you for the ride. If I gotta spend a meal with ya, God knows I'm here for you, yeah.
To start your show now.
Your show is scheduled to start in 35 seconds.
Yeah, that beat right
there, hearts. Hey, let me start it off. Look, yeah, look. I'ma tell you something, and it may just sound bizarre. Yeah, the homies call me Gumbo, but my family.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's that time again. Yeah. Ya es la hora. You know, power hour. Ponle atención, class is in session. Tune in for an hour, maybe more, that's a blessing. Learn from the captains and the leadership. Flee from religion, cause them churches never teaching shit. Everything you learn for your benefit. Line upon line is a requisite. Never take a deficit, yeah. That mean you take a loss if you stray from the way. You get the understanding if you study every day. Apply what you learn and bless when you pray. It's one interpretation, man, it's say what it say. Ya venía el tiempo, entra para el templo. Aprende del maestro con talento. La Biblia es el centro, usando a Israel como instrumento. No te pierdas en doctrina como viento. Estudia y ora y aplica. Tiempo para Dios, ven, hace una cita. Escritura dinamita, morenos y hispanos israelitas. Oye cómo explica Israel unido en Cristo para la vida, nunca se divida. Tune in, it's the power hour. Learn your family history, don't be a coward. Yeah. Tune in, it's the power hour. I said learn your family history, don't be a coward.
Yeah, history to learn. It's the power hour. The 11th hour. Tune in to your history. You know it ain't no mystery. Power hour. The 11th hour. You gon' learn your true history. 11th hour. Power hour. Yeah.
Shalom, shalom. Welcome to the Power Hour Plus. Yeah. I am Deacon Yashua.
Officer Shia.
Officer Ruvain.
Officer Tobias.
And we back.
the very peculiar.
Yes.
The one.
Uncanny.
The uncanny.
The only.
Nah, it's plenty more. Nah. Birds of a feather flock together. It's more out there like you, just not in here.
I'll take that.
Damn.
I'll take that.
Is true.
Right?
That is true.
I'll take that.
God damn it.
Yeah, we were just, I don't even want to say
Hold
we were.
Hold on. Someone's.
Yeah, what is that? Is that you?
Is that me? That's me.
Come on,
Oh,
man.
have
You
mercy.
should point a damn finger at me.
Point the finger at you.
I did. I was like, nah, hold on. That's Dino.
See, look, where the stop sign? See?
He the one with the messed up computer over here.
That's-
Damn.
Oh, like that?
Damn.
You get a week off.
Damn.
I don't know, man.
It was me.
Hold up. Before that speaks.
You know what it is? You're on that side and it's rubbing off on you.
Oh, no. Dang, I'm getting pitched.
Him? Can you put the camera on him? Him?
Yes.
This guy?
Yes.
This guy?
Him.
This guy?
You don't know, say?
Damn.
This.
I got pitch on me.
Bro, did y'all put? I can't see, so I don't know if the camera's on him. Or
Yeah,
not. Is the
like-
camera on him?
Yeah, that camera's on.
Yeah.
Oh, because I can't see. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
It just takes a little
Hold
bit.
on. I'll point again.
Yes.
Two.
Him
Uh-huh.
is rubbing off on you.
Damn it.
So point at him.
Damn it.
Point at him.
Point at him, Romaine.
Him. And then point at you. It's rubbing off on you.
Damn it.
Lois Will is a good thing. You wanna go
No,
ahead?
No.
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 Go ahead.
No.
No?
I'm not talking about the good parts.
No. No.
I'm talking about the good part.
Damn.
Y'all just had to be here in the room. My computer has something that I don't trust going on with it, so I'm running an update. So I can't see your comments. I can't see your shaloms, but I will shalom y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Most High in Christ bless y'all. I don't like that because I like the engagement.
Yeah, nah, for real though.
You know what I'm saying? Like as much I don't see every comment because depending on how we're flowing and the stuff flows quick. But I like to look at what's going on.
Can you pull it up on your phone?
I can't see it now. Yeah, I probably could, but it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. But let us know where y'all from in the comments.
Yeah, you could do that. Maybe buy me some time.
Yeah, see,
because I'm hoping running this update will fix my thing.
Okay.
Yo, and it's like the pop-up box won't go away. I'm hitting deny, and it's like it won't go away. Like it wants me to put my password in.
Damn. I remember one time somebody tried to sell me something over the phone, and I was like, nah, I don't want it. The dude was like, just get it. His
I
voice
mean,
came
it looks like an
"Just get the
internal thing.
product."
It don't look like an internet thing.
I'm reading on it says I think it is eternal, but
Allows app to access your keychain.
That's all your passwords. That's all your passwords, your network passwords, everything.
I get it. No, it does look like it's because the Mac OS user guide popped up. Should I do it?
We got ATL. We got Connecticut.
I was gonna log in and then hit deny. Should I do it?
Fulton, Missouri. We got DTX,
All right.
Dallas, Texas in the
I'm
house.
frustrated because I can't even type into Safari. Like whenever
Detroit.
I try to type it. Okay, no, it just let me do
New
it.
Orleans is in the building.
So maybe in the meantime I can log in.
Who else we got? North Kakalaki. We got Chicago. We got Phoenix.
You said New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans is in the building.
Meaning
one
one New Orleans.
I mean, I only saw one. I only saw one for now.
One New Orleans.
One New Orleans for now.
Soon to be. No, I'm not even.
Claude have mercy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going down the list.
Go ahead.
Bronx. We got the Bronx in the house. Who else we got? Oh, ATL. Shout out to all my ATLians out there. Yes, I am from Decatur. All praises. Alabama, Memphis, Ohio, Philly up in the highs.
Yeah.
Gastonia, Jersey.
I went back. So
Who else we got? Hold on. We got Montreal. Doggone it. We got Montreal. We got Nicaragua. We got Nicaragua. You got to do the head shake. Nicaragua.
Why you gonna do it like that?
Hey, wait, why it sound like you said Nicaragua?
Oh, got him.
I mean, there's a lot of niggas that live in Nicaragua. I mean, it is what it is. That's who we are. That's who we be.
Did you say Nicaragua?
That's what he thought I said, but I had to come back and let him know it's a lot of black folks in Nicaragua.
Nah, bro, you already said it now.
Lord have mercy.
All right, I was able to go back to some comments. All right.
Delaware.
Shout out to Princess Court. She stayed loyal.
Mm-hmm.
Checking the show.
Who else we got in here? Cincinnati, Trinidad.
Right, double Sabbath prep. Oh, she shout out the Sabbath class. All praises, sis. All praises.
No, that Sabbath class was flames, D. I ain't even go front.
You was here?
Yeah, I was here.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
I was here.
Brother's been traveling, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was here. I was catching
Brothers travel?
the effervescence.
Wow, don't even. like I don't know. You know when they say too soon? I don't know if it's too soon for him to make jokes like that.
Right. Damn it.
After his issues over that.
Damn.
Thought he was like Mr. International.
Hey, see?
No, not even that. Yeah.
The brother from Nicaragua said there's a lot of black folks in Nicaragua. South Carolina. We got Glendale.
Okay.
Unity Breaks Paris. I just did an evening Sabbath class. Oh, you mean like the main? No, that's for the bishops and certain senior deacons that rock with that. If that's what you mean, like the main.
Jamaica. Lord have mercy.
It'd be an honor if I would be able to win it, but I'd be nervous if it was the main.
Would you? Why?
I think so, because I feel like I would have to bring something like more than what I normally
How?
bring. I don't know.
How
Like,
sway?
how are you gonna?
I don't have the high sway. How sway?
I mean, your classes already be like
I don't
in
know.
the firmament.
I don't know. Hey, I was telling the brothers after Sabbath, bro, my whoop strain be up when I'm teaching. Like my heartbeat, I be getting notifications from the Apple Watch that they were like, you were sitting still, but your heart rate was
because you was on fire.
I was like, damn.
It be the spirit.
Elevated.
I was
Dick
like,
be on
damn.
fire.
I was like, damn. So hey, so we got an international viewership.
Man,
we got a
straight up.
nationwide viewership.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
That's
Hey, make
right.
sure you like too.
Shalom de Nicaragua. Okay, all right.
Hey, share this.
Hey, we got to get out to Nicaragua.
Mm.
I just heard, with the president there and the ban on the Christianity, we got to
that's right.
we got to see if it'd be safe. We got to see if it'd be safe for us to go and teach, man.
That's right. He banned all Christianity and religions out there. Like literally,
Yes.
this guy said.
Wait, so what are they?
They're not even. Pastors can't even go into the churches, bro.
Wait. So they just walk around aimlessly now?
They said we done with all of it.
I mean, I don't blame them, but it's swept and garnished. You gotta fill the house with something.
No, I think we looking to see like what the freedom of speech things with religious speech are now, so that we can head over there to Nicaragua and see. The thing is, because we are preaching, I know his main beef is with Catholicism,
right?
Okay,
but I mean, Officer Elon's from over there, like he's from over there.
That's right.
Like So he's doing some recon for us, and
Okay.
we're trying to throw it into the rotation so that we could get out there. So
Okay.
oh, brother said his growth's been crazy on the MBD. Shout out to the MBD. Damn, he said he been putting it on his head. Damn, bro.
Damn it.
It's doing work on your head. Damn, that'd be kind of expensive though. Them little drops on your dome.
Drip, 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 drip.
All praises, man. Hey, that's you need to send that testimonial to the Instagram.
Yeah, we need it.
Can we put up the Insta so that he could send a testimonial?
Yes, sir. It's if he looks at the lower third, it's on there now. The lower third's been updated.
Right on the screen.
Oh, right there. Hey, send that to the Insta at the Power Hour Plus. All right, and that's a powerful testimonial, man.
Hey, and if you're trying to get your beard gains up, right there in the top right corner, you see getbeardgains.com for all of your manly badger diggity needs.
Puerto Rico in the house.
Oh,
Boricua. Damn it. Yeah, man, let's go.
Boricua,
Morena.
Morena.
Hey, don't forget we got a double Sabbath coming up. Make sure you get all your prep stuff done tomorrow before the sun goes down.
full screen there.
Let's do it. Oh, you highlighting the Instagram?
Yeah, put it up. Put it up.
Just a new one.
That we're up there. We're up there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you gonna say something?
Oh, okay, I will. Hey.
What the hell is going on?
Saint Hamol Perez Ben Israel. Send your testimonial. Send this message, your video to the _Power Hour _plus. And make sure y'all liking and subscribing to the Power Hour on Instagram. Like and share the reels that are on there. They go on daily.
All praises. That's dope because Insta, like, just kind of its presentation and its platform and stuff.
Hey, and if they look too, Officer Shire, what we've done is created like little subcategories where it'll say like merit shows, past shows. We'll have
and can I give a props to like the social media and the producing team that do this stuff? Let's give a little round of applause to them.
Let's
Straight
go.
up. Straight up.
Pushing things out. I mean, all around. I'm proud of Phoenix. Phoenix been doing their thing, bro. Flyer missions, events, prison ministry, colleges. It's about damn time. I've been on y'all. How long I been here?
6 years?
No, going on 8.
I moved in 16. I moved
going on 8.
2016.
That's 8 years.
It's gonna be 8 years, I think, this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all.
Hey,
I mean, y'all got it together before 8 years, but damn, it's been like a long time coming.
As is the judges.
I give Frank all the credit.
Long time.
It's because of Frank, because he's unique. He's the one.
He's uncanny.
He's the one and only.
Right.
Put up the
In
picture.
Phoenix.
There it is.
In
Put
Phoenix.
up the picture.
It's almost like, you know, like he's very selective.
Right. He's very selective.
Right.
Someone's got to be.
Hey, so before you show Frank, so Frank came in, a.k.a. Officer Tobias,
with his theme music.
and he says he had it, but it's the first time I know it. He got the. Not only do he got the mushroom belt, he got to coordinate. He got to coordinate.
Right.
No, not only does he have the ephod chain,
Right.
but can you put that up towards the camera? He got the ephod ring.
Dang, so he rocked the chain.
Put it up.
Like that.
And he rocked the ring.
Put it up.
Was that Captain Planet where they used to hit the whole?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I got the world in my
Okay,
hand right now.
Thanos. Okay, Thanos.
Shout out Ephraim Elba Alvarez.
New York.
Thanos.
I know. I wanted to have the lower thirds with my tribe because people still think I'm Mexican.
Damn.
Crazy.
And it's been like a year, I think, since I asked for that, and somehow. So you see the sandwich?
I saw that.
So in the props for
I
the
saw
Instagram
that.
and everything else.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, guys messed up. So I said, damn, he really Franking it. Look at Frank.
Yeah.
Look at Frank from Scarface.
With the
Won't he
taco
do it?
meat.
Won't he do it?
With the taco meat.
With the taco meat. Look at Frank from
Nah,
Scarface.
no taco meat.
Hey, that's the face he be making when he all
It is.
weird in the corner
in
with
the
his
corner by
precepts.
himself.
Like that,
with his precepts. Got me.
I know more than you.
You don't know say?
I study more than you.
You don't know say?
Yeah.
Bro,
I know that.
Bro,
scripture
even the
already.
facial
Oh,
structure.
yeah.
Snap. Yo, and the hairline.
Give yourself like 20 more years and the hairline will be
For
like
real.
that.
Damn.
Don't do that to me.
Now
Don't
you're
do that
hey,
to me.
listen.
Wait a minute.
Listen, we all heading there.
When he
No,
gets upset.
No, not we all.
Nah, we
I
ain't
don't
all
know,
heading
bro.
there.
I don't know.
We ain't all heading there.
Can we highlight his recession?
He's heading there.
Can we highlight his male pattern baldness?
Yes, he is heading there. See what you said? You said when it's shiny, ain't no going back.
Yeah. When the dome is shiny, the hair's not coming back.
Damn it.
Yo,
damn.
Say it again, Roy.
Hey,
she said that's
there.
a fly brother.
Look at
I was gonna say something, but it's too raw for the radio show.
It's PG.
Catch the bloopers.
Sometimes I do catch myself.
You caught it.
Sometimes I catch myself.
You caught it.
Because, bro, can I tell you, like, it just comes in my head instantly?
Yeah.
You ever seen that meme where it has, like, the Kermits, and you have the one, and then you have the dark Kermit with the hoodie?
Yes.
That's what's inside me when I snap on
So
people.
you dark Kermit.
I'm dark. No, dark Kermit is inside me.
Right. Okay, I got you.
The dark side.
But sometimes, rarely, the good Kermit wins.
Rarely.
Hey,
you know what a hassa is, Frank?
Stop, man.
Yeah. You know, we had the week off because of the high holy day. All praises keeping us the day of Simon. All right. Levi getting their respect.
That's right.
That's right.
For a season. For a season. So yeah, we have some stuff. You know, I was gonna continue on, and I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we have a little time to finish up the what was it called last?
The Masters of the Seas.
The Masters of the Seas.
Something to that.
No, there's still more. We got to go back to that. Frank was a pig that didn't fly straight. You're right. Damn it. Frank was a pig that didn't fly straight.
Damn it.
But it's all right.
The pigs are pink too.
We working with our brother to teach him to fly straight. All right. We working with our brother to teach him to fly straight. Oh my goodness. Hey, so, but I saw Bishop Nathaniel had posted this article, I think today, and we were talking about it. And then I was watching some Instas, and I said, all right, we're going to mash this together and talk about this. We'll have a little fun today because we will not have a live show next week.
Right.
Okay. But, you know, we'll throw up a dope replay. So, you know, y'all should still tune in for the dope replay, Lord's will. Yeah. But we're going to jump in on this. Wait, did you do the center tonight?
I did it.
Do the center tonight since we were talking about MBD.
So
it's just Hassa was distracting
He
me.
was Hassaing over there.
The Hassa was distracting me.
The center tonight is Cognac and Curbins. Brought to you by Original Royalty and Manly Badge of Dignity.
Yeah.
Get yours right now at getbeardgains.com. You can find it in the top right corner of your screen. What you wearing tonight?
Hey,
Frank.
And I gotta. Hey, but wait, I gotta say something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a growth product,
right?
Right. It's not just a growth product.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that thing is gonna sharpen you up, so you're not walking around looking like Meshibabeth.
Smooth. Yes.
Refreshing.
Yes.
You're not walking around looking like Meshibabeth.
I think
Can you
the only
put
one
Tyrone Bigums up? That's what Meshibabeth looks like.
I think you're the only one who actually pronounces that right, because I say Meshibafeth. Mishabefa? I think you're the only one who ever pronounced that right.
Do the other one where he's scratching. Do the one where he's scratching. Down there to the right.
Oh,
right.
God. See, damn it. Yo, brothers be walking in here looking like that.
Right.
Chaplin.
Oh, Princess Court tried the Bustelo. Your life will never be the same.
Oh, man. You know, I got to try the other one you said.
Nah, you know what? I found that my favorite cafe in Puerto Rico, I found out the coffee they use for their cafe, and I can order it on Amazon. So so I've actually strayed from my Bustelo roots, and I've been rocking that coffee from that cafe. Yeah.
You're gonna share the
and
link?
and then for like my espresso, like when I want a strong, I've been hitting the Pilon.
Okay.
The Cafe Pilon.
The Pilon.
Oh, the Pilon. That's
Yeah, the
right.
Cafe
I couldn't
Pilon.
find.
No, that thing is strong. That thing is strong.
Cafe.
Hey, so go ahead, put Bigums up. So listen, MBD is not just a growth oil, because brothers think, oh, I don't need nothing to grow my beard. My beard is brolic.
Yeah.
Right? It ain't just about growth.
Come on, man.
It's about not looking like Meshibabeth.
Yes.
All right?
Dang, he did it again.
That's Meshibabeth. Some of y'all be coming in here looking all dry in your beard. All right, your thing look brittle. You got beard druff. Right,
you got
you
beard
talking.
druff.
You shalom and brothers.
Right.
Just leaving all types of beard dandruff on them.
Literally.
That's gross.
Who raised you?
Who raised you? All right, get to play some funny ads like that.
We do.
You know how like the Old Spice ones be sometimes. We
Yeah.
Not the brother that's crying all the time though.
No,
not that one.
But you know, some of those, and then have like a little catchy little. You know how they have like.
Oh, we need to get like a little tune.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
all right.
Some
we
of
gonna
y'all
work
got
on
the
that.
beard
Hey, where you
druff,
find
man.
Go work on that.
Right.
What you got? What you got on tonight?
Cherry tobacco.
Cherry tobacco. That's always a staple.
That thing is great.
Man.
I slept on it for a while. I had never tried it. Yeah.
It be like that
yeah.
too. What you got?
Papito. Coconut.
Hey, do you notice though he's getting some filling?
Yeah.
Yo,
Coconut.
are you using the bomb?
Yes, I am.
There it is.
Yes, I am.
There
Bro,
it is.
He don't look like a freaking Chinaman
No,
anymore.
he don't.
Oh,
No, he
konnichiwa.
don't. Oh, Swift Hawaii.
Bro,
What's
he's
up?
even.
Oh.
It's just.
And you know what? And this is trim because I cut my hair and it was just like I
No,
was like,
it's
let me
starting to
trim.
fill in.
I trimmed it actually.
You not
Bro,
Patchy the Pirate no
I
more.
think if you go back like 8 months on the show,
For real.
all he had was the little like Japanese little
Damn
freaking,
it.
you know, like the Chinese wino in the Chinese movies. Like that's what he had.
We gonna have to do it before and
That
after on
is
you.
true.
Yeah, we gonna have to do it before and after on you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, you get your pilon from
I get it from Amazon. Pilon.
Yeah,
That
there he
one
is.
or that one?
Yeah, that guy right there. That's it. That's you.
Let's go.
He was looking like this guy.
Oh, wax
So
on?
you got your beard on.
Right, ashy beards, right?
Damn.
Right. So,
I learned from you,
right.
Master Yumiyagi.
Oh, Princess Corky is Cafe Crema is the one that my favorite spot in PR
Dang.
uses Cafe Crema.
You use
Because
that
there's a few. There's like 4 Puerto Rican coffees, I think. But and I think I've tried them all. But Cafe Crema is the one that's you know.
Café Puerto Rico.
Right.
Oh, okay. So
they have Alto Grande, which is good too.
somebody had a
Uno.
question.
Let's go down.
So the trial sizes, while they getting that,
Yeah, go up. No, go up.
You found it?
No, down.
Easy,
Cloud have
brother.
mercy.
Easy.
Down. Puerto Rico's most iconic coffee brands. There you go. Oh, 6. So there's a couple that I haven't
4.
tried.
Let me see. Let me look that up. Puerto Rico. Puerto Rican. Iconic
Okay.
coffee.
So
No,
what?
put that one. Puerto Rico Coffee Roasters. That one right there. Put that one up. Up to the right. The one you have
Cloud
up.
have mercy.
Dios mío.
Up.
in
You
the
have it
right.
highlighted.
On.
Always 99. Always 99.
Jesus Christ.
Up. Left.
That one right there.
Oh my
No,
God.
use
Oh,
What's
that one
happening?
right there, right
Yeah,
there.
use
Okay.
that one. That's all right.
I'm
Iconic
confused.
coffee.
Use that one, and there was another one that I even had even more, right? So Alto Grande, very good.
Okay.
Cafe Rico I've had, but I haven't had in a long time, so I don't remember. I've never had Pudge, and that's because that's new. That's Pudge Rodriguez. That's Ivan Rodriguez. He used to play
Okay.
for the Texas Rangers. He's a good catcher. Yauco Ono. No, that's only like 4 because Alto Grande they have on there twice. I don't think I've ever had the other one. No, go to the other one.
Okay.
Back out of that. There was another one that it said, don't buy the Nescafe. No compre, no consuma.
This
Left,
is cierto,
right there.
sí, cierto.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Dang.
That's it. Look, you want to see the Puerto Rican coffee brands, all right? Wow. Guess what though? Crema they're saying is not Puerto Riqueño. That's Nescafe. But I'll
Dang.
tell you what, Crema's badass though.
Which one?
No, but you know what? I think they still use the beans from Puerto Rico on a lot of those, and those are like even more authentic Puerto Rican coffees down there.
So
too.
which ones? So which
Those
ones
are all
authentic?
Puerto Rican coffees.
The down ones or the up?
All of them.
Okay.
But I guess Nescafe must have bought those,
The ones on top?
the ones on top.
Okay.
But I disagree. You can compra y consuma. Those
I
are pretty
feel
good.
it.
Hey, I'm telling you, people sleep on the Puerto Rican coffee. They're just thinking, Colombian coffee is the best in the world. What's the other one they use? Well, that's Arabica beans, but most of them that's just a style of bean, but
Bro,
that's what they talk about.
that Cuban
Look,
coffee, though.
look, they got Cafe Mami. Like, ooh, gotta try that. Cafe Mami.
Mami.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Cafe Crema, Yauco Ono's good too. Alto Grande is good. Rioja I haven't had. Adjuntas I haven't had either. Wow, look at that. There's some different coffees I didn't know about. That's dope.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. I'm rocking Bamboutique tonight.
Bamboutique.
I'm working bamboo tea.
Okay, I use that.
You know
beer,
what?
that
I'm
beer
not a
wash.
tea connoisseur. I like black tea. So I use just like English breakfast is kind of my favorite. I even get lareño. I gotta try lareño next time I'm out in Puerto Rico. Y'all get me some lareño then. I'll see what's up.
You know what? I'm gonna start me with what, little 6 ounce, a little thing.
Yeah, no, Pilon is strong, bro.
I'm gonna try me one of these little things.
Pilon is strong. No, so I buy the beans because I have the machine with the grinder.
Oh, I don't
So I
have
buy
a
the
machine.
beans.
Okay,
Mhm.
I don't have the machine. I'm gonna have to get
Yep. Oh, that's lareño. Damn, you know what? Wait, why have I seen that before? I might have that in the house. I think Israelis gave me that. I think Officer Israelis gave me that. That package looks familiar. I might have it. Aguebana. Aguebana. You know what it is? The Helez, the way he says it for some reason, it throws me off.
Yes.
So I hear Officer Helez say it, and it like messes me up.
Shout out to Officer Helez.
Right. So, yeah. But no, I might have it at home. But if not, when I come to Puerto Rico again, y'all hook me up, bro. I would
Okay.
like that.
In the
All right,
cart?
let's move on.
Yes.
Let's move on. You see what happens when we miss an episode?
That's what happens. We got to catch up with
It's
the,
like
with the
catch up,
fam.
right,
What
we
they
catching
doing?
up.
Yeah, and
We
the
catching
partner
up.
them in the
We catching up.
comments.
All right. Okay.
Oh, a sister did have a question about MBD though.
What's the question?
The question was, do the trial sizes help with growth? So the answer is the growth. Those small sizes are for you to test out which scents that you like the most.
Yeah, it's not enough, right? Because
Right.
a regular bottle's 30 milliliters. You would have to
Mhm.
buy 3 small to get a month's supply.
Right.
Right. So those are testers for people who want to try a scent, or
Mhm.
maybe you're not convinced and you want to dip your foot in
Mhm.
and try it. So yeah.
I got a real quick of the night. Is Spice Mahogany good?
I've never tried it.
I haven't tried it.
I've never tried it.
Because I'm gonna buy a growth oil.
The
But
mahogany.
But I don't know which one I get, man.
No.
Come
The
on,
sandalwood. The rose sandalwood. The rose sandalwood.
You know what?
But
Somebody else
man.
mentioned that too. I gotta try that one.
Yeah,
But-
the
but-
rose
sandalwood.
the
but-
rose sandalwood is where it's at.
But
Yeah.
Spice Mahogany
Yeah,
just sounds like
that.
It's
So you tried more than one scent?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Hey, a broken clock is right at least twice a day.
Let's go.
Even a broken clock is
Let's
right
get
twice
it.
a day.
You would say Colombia is the Sarai. Colombia is the best. Of course you would say that. Hey, I did say it.
it was good, bro.
I did say it when we went, but I said I would have to go back to Puerto Rico to confirm because it had been a while. Because that coffee, and that was just at the hotel.
I was about to say that.
That thing was banging.
That thing was
That
good.
That thing was real good.
And who knows what coffee they use.
But here's what happened on my last trip to Puerto Rico. The first 2 or 3 times I ate at my spot, like the coffee wasn't hitting the same. So I was like,
what's going on?
what's going on? So I was ready to give it up to Colombian coffee. But then the last day, all the memories came back. You know, like when you haven't rode a bike in a while,
Right.
and it
The
feels a little
nostalgia.
right. But then you get on, and all of a sudden you just doing your thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
It
you
all
never
came back.
left.
It all came back. It all came back.
That feel good.
Yeah. So Puerto Rico has the crown. When it comes to coffee.
Sorry,
Puerto Rico has
sis.
the crown.
See you on the
Right.
Sabbath. Lord's
Right,
will.
right.
You
No,
started
I'm
stuff.
not partial, sis. He said, I know you're defending you. I'm not
Right,
partial.
right.
I'm not
Yeah,
partial.
DC is true.
I keep it real. I keep it real. Oh, said Princess Court says sis needs to repent. Tell her she needs to
Amen.
repent. All right, let's jump into this.
Uh-oh.
So we got this article, and I said, damn, a lot of Israel kind of very ignorantly says this. I've heard brothers say this when we're teaching.
Right.
I've seen it on videos and clips. And you got to realize something, right? We quote stuff sometimes, like habitually,
Yes.
and we don't realize or reference it. And I don't know if you notice, I know you've only been on like the one international trip with us, but even there, I think various times people bring that up to us, even in Spanish. Oh, hay más de 600, algo, mandamientos, leyes, y, quién puede, guardar más de 600, quién puede seguir todos los mandamientos. Talking about like the same in English, right? They say, how you going to keep 600 something commandments? There's no, who knows that there's that many? It's actually a lot more. So where did that ever come from?
Esau, Amalek.
Well, this article dives into that. Damn. Let's read that.
There are not 613 biblical commands. Despite the rabbinic concept that there are 613 biblical commands, a careful examination produces a much smaller number.
Even that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Right.
So, we're going to reference this article because there's some truths to it.
Mm-hmm.
But get me that in Corinthians where Paul says, these words I read unto you, the commandments of the Lord. And we're going to dive into a little bit where you're going to see where they're getting this from, where they get their 300 number from, because they got to say something like 300, where they get 613 from, right? You're going to see that. Go ahead, read this.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14 and verse 37. Any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord.
Right. So Paul's saying, what I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. So you got to count all his letters, which makes up the majority of the New Testament. And he's saying the stuff that I'm writing you here are the commandments of the Lord. Yes, and are some of those him reminding you, giving more sense to laws that were already written? Yeah. But other things, too, is things that you might not have necessarily seen or heard in the Old Testament. Just letting you know, hey, these are laws, too. What I'm telling you is the commandments of the Lord. The thing is, the Bible builds on itself, right? And we read that is it in John where it says, no new commandment, but the old commandment which you have from the beginning? Get me that? Is that 1 John?
Yes, sir.
Get that. So it's not really that he's giving new commandments. What he's saying is that I'm expounding unto you on the law as well. Now listen, the short of this is what matters how many there are. You just got to keep keeping them. And the Lord gave us 10 so that we can go ahead and be able to have a simplified way, all right, of doing that. And then Christ came and gave us 2. Right? Christ came and gave us 2. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many they are. You just got to keep them, right? Yep. And get me that about he who breaks the least in Matthew 5, all right? Sir. But go ahead, get this, get what I asked for in 1 John.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 7. Brethren, I write no new commandment unto you, but an old commandment which ye had from the beginning.
Come on.
The old commandment is the word which ye have heard from the beginning.
Right. So who's he talking to here? He's talking to Israelites who are scattered. The word that they had from the beginning, you read in Acts 15, when the Gentiles, which is Israelites, that were scattered abroad, start repenting. He said they got Moses in all the synagogues to learn the rest of the laws. Have them focus on these, right? The word that they had from the beginning was the commandments they were always getting. What we got was a more profound understanding on the power of those commandments and going much deeper in the shadowing of what it represents from the patterns in heaven and what we're doing here, right? What we're doing is rehearsing, and it quite literally is rehearsing these righteous acts. Because no evil thing is going to reside in the kingdom of heaven. Anything evil is going to be put to death, right? And that's only when we're talking about the 1,000 years. After that, there's not going to be any evil to exist anymore. So only the law can reside in heaven. All this carnal stuff, all this stuff that we have, this war between ourselves, that when it quite literally says he will rule them with a rod of iron, there'll be no grace. There'll be no mercy. There'll be no anything else. The same way that our path here is the path of a seed that dies and something better comes out of it, is the same way in preparation that these laws prepares us to rule and govern a kingdom, right? And get me that in Deuteronomy, is it in 4? Or I think it's 4, where he says, this is your wisdom, right? In the sight of nations. But get me in Matthew 5, what I said.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 19.
Right, so the point that I'm trying to make to you before I get to that, my mind's going all over, so I'm starting to think of a bunch of stuff, is that when you deal with the number of commandments, it doesn't matter. Paul tells us what I'm writing to you is the commandments, right? We just read in John, he said, the commandment you have from the beginning, I'm telling you the same things, but I'm giving you a more profound understanding because why? The Pharisees weren't giving you this understanding. They were able to kind of give you a manual, but not how to apply that manual, right? So it's kind of like you buy a piece of furniture or something electronic. I'm talking about nowadays. And you get the manual for it. And you read it, but it's still not that great. right? Like IKEA is the worst with that. It's just pictures and no words, right?
Man.
And you're like, wait, is that this thing or is that this piece, right? And you're trying to figure that out. But then you go and you scan the QR code and you get a video.
Yes.
And the video explains and it shows you, and now
nice
it's
music.
in color and it's vivid, and you can pause and you can say, oh, okay, and go back and this and that. That's what happened with Christ. That's what happened with the apostles.
Right.
When he say there's no
Magnifying
new
of the law.
commandment,
Right.
magnifying meaning being able to show you how to apply it fully. This is why Christ said, teach and do what the Pharisees say. I want that one after this, but read this again.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
Come on, read on.
But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven.
Right, so he's talking about you have to do and teach them, right? And that doesn't mean just going out as teachers. That means showing an application, right? Because above that, he says, let your light so shine before men, right? Go ahead, come on.
Verse 20, for I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees.
So he's saying, I mean, it's so plain, yet this is something that we have to continually harp on for people when we tell them they have to change, right?
Right.
And Lord's will, tomorrow when we do the little West Coast New Moon, I'm going to talk about that. And they asked me to teach on Saturday. I think I'm going to go into changing. I don't know the title yet, but some of the themes I'm going to cover deals with us changing, why it's important that we teach change, and why so strongly you're in the right place when you come to IUIC, because that's what we're all about, and that's why people don't really like us.
Right.
That's why people don't really like us.
But
where you at, man?
It's just some stuff. I got
bro?
stuff. I got some videos. I got some stuff we're gonna talk about.
So last class was so fire, he had to run it back.
I gotta see. I gotta see how.
Where you at, man?
There's a lot of overlapping elements to this stuff, but
there's levels to it.
It's okay. Mixer's coming in next week.
Yeah.
But we ain't gonna be here next week.
I'll see. Lord's will. That's what's gonna happen. So
Charlie.
we'll see what's up. That's if I don't get sick. My whole house been sick.
No, man. Come on, man. Hey. We got
I told them have a backup in case I get sick.
We bring you the ginger and the more ginger and the Deacon Asaph juice, all the above. Let's go.
So we're gonna talk about a few things. Look, he thinking he gonna go and read some scriptures on that.
Ready to
That's how he do the Professor X stuff.
Yeah.
That's how he gets me.
Yeah.
No, we're just here.
That's it.
We're just here.
You walked in last week, right?
Uh-huh.
And when we were doing the testing on the mics.
Yes.
And I didn't even know your topic.
All right. I know. Wow. We're here.
Yeah, we there.
Right.
You know.
Except when he's over there.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You don't know.
We're here.
Except when you're over there.
You don't know. Say.
Right.
Come on, man.
What did he tell me? Before? He said we were telling him about himself, and like you had 2 or 3 witnesses agreeing with it all. He said, "Well, how do I work on that? I don't know. I've never been like that.
We've never been that way. Before.
We've never been that way. We're talking about his weirdness.
Yeah.
Talking about his fly weirdness.
Someone's got to do it.
But, so it had to be you.
Yes.
Nah.
Stop it.
Nah, fam.
Get some help.
But anyway,
We love you.
read this verse again so I could get back on topic. And Lord's will, it comes to me when I'm preparing the class because it's just some thoughts. It's a place I want to go. I got to see what scriptures come to my mind as I look into it. But go ahead.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 20. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees.
Right, so this is going with what we're saying, right? We're still dealing with the number of commandments, and we're saying it really doesn't matter. And what we really got to focus on is keeping them all, right? Because except the ones that we know clearly we're not able to keep, right? That we don't do anymore, right? What's the primary reason we don't do the sacrificial law anymore?
We got a new sacrifice. We got
right. Because what is the blood of goats and bullocks when you have the blood of his one and only creation?
The begotten.
Right? The only begotten, right? That blood's not, the blood of an animal is not better, right? And then going into what I was talking about last week with the creation, the blood of the creation is greater than the creator?
Damn.
Make it make sense.
Don't make sense. It don't make sense. I encourage y'all to go back and watch that class slow.
Cloud have mercy.
Because I had to rush. Like, we started to go fast because I wanted to get a lot of it in. if I had more time, I would stop and try to take more meat off the bone. But I had to, because I really wanted to go somewhere deeper with it than what I did. And then Deacon Malachi came behind it, right? And some similar, some parts very similar in theme, right?
Yes.
He went a lot heavier into what Christ is and what he represents. I really wanted to tie it back more, and maybe in another manifestation, like I said, I'll spend more time on what it really is to worship the creature more than the creator, because we all do it. We all worship the creature more than the creator. All right? We all do it. It's just how habitually do you do it. But we don't keep the sacrificial law anymore, right? We don't keep laws regarding the temple. Why? Because
where's the temple?
The temple's gone.
Exactly.
And we were not commanded to rebuild it. Like I brought out Sabbath, we weren't commanded to build it in the first place. But it was presented to us so that we would have, get me the things written aforetime.
Let's go!
All right.
Book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. Whatsoever things were written aforetime.
What was written aforetime, come on.
Were written for our learning.
Now you have to stop and think about that for a second, because, that's obvious. I've heard that scripture a bunch of times. The old stuff is for us to learn, right? What you have to stop and really meditate on when it says what was written aforetime means what happened, the way it happened, exactly how it happened, and when it happened was done for our learning. That's the point that I was trying to make when I was going over that dual prophecy in 2 Samuel 7. And I said, yes, it's talking about what happened with Solomon, but there's elements missing that didn't. So is God a liar? No. It's that it happened in part, and then the other part came later. Why? Because of this. Read.
For whatsoever things were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
I want what was written aforetime.
Yes.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4.
You kept reading. I wanted it from the top.
For what?
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime.
Stop. For what was written aforetime also means that you're dealing with events that happen. A lot of times we just look at this as the book. And you think written aforetime, and you think, oh, yeah, that means Genesis, that means Chronicles, that means Kings, Daniel, Ezekiel, Micah. But you're forgetting that these are events, people's lives. Going back to what you were trying to say earlier before the show, when you were trying to be funny, when you said before I formed you. Every prophet's path before he formed them is a thread to lead us to this verse of what was written aforetime was for us here in these last days. And if you really want to mind bend yourself, we were there, and he wrote it for us for when we got here.
Right.
The levels, the intricacy. That's what I'm saying. This is stuff that like you really. This is the stuff that like we could sit down and just kind of
chop it up.
Just chop it up, right? And just be like, damn, right? And then verses will start flying, and we'll say, damn, okay,
bro, that's like
right, and we'll start bringing stuff out.
The metaverse,
right?
Loki,
right.
You know the
timeline? Connections, and so for anybody to talk about redundancy in the scripture, because a redundancy is like having two pinkies, right? Like you don't need two pinkies, right? You don't need, or like two doorknobs on one door, like. Why you need two doorknobs? You know what I'm not saying two locks. Why you need two doorknobs on a door? It's not necessary, right? There's no redundancy in the scripture, right? Read this from the top again.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Were written for our learning. But you really got to start looking at that and say, it wasn't that it was just written. It's not like you read in Peter's that somebody of their own volition decided to write of their own will a verse or a chapter. But in order for those things to be scribed, they had to happen first. In order for them to have to happen, that means that there was a creator or a director that ordered those things to happen of it. How many times you read in the Old Testament, be easy, this was of the Lord. This happened, but it was of the Lord. Right? Like with the split. Said, don't worry about it.
It's of me.
This is of me.
Right.
This is of me. And then you say, in your base learning, you say, okay, that's enough for me because I believe. I have fear of the Lord and I have faith. God said he wanted it that way, so he had it. But then as you continue to grow in spirit, and you grow in spirit by application of the law, like Deacon Malachi brought that in the first part of his class, right? You start to realize that some of the why those things happen are in there. But you can't see it right away. You couldn't see that some years back. I couldn't see it some years back.
Right.
And that's why I was saying when the waters grow, it's not just, sometimes it's something grand, like the way we understood the new moon now and the way it was before. And then sometimes it's more subtle, gradual ways. And as we continue to teach on it, more and more and more comes out of it as we do that. You were going to say something?
Yeah, you always tell us about like the pork, right? Now you eat pork and people ask why. Oh, because the Lord said it. There's no specific why. But then other things, there is a why, and the Lord is just little by little. Do it first. Be faithful with that, and then I'll give you a little more.
Yes, and here's the grand thing about it. Nothing we do now in these days is a light thing either, because what was done aforetime was going to be, there's a record always. Remember, it says the books will be open.
Damn, that's true.
So you have to realize that these were real people's lives. Not everybody, I think, can really envision that, because it's just so past. There's no, like with other historical figures, they make movies, they make dramatizations, and so they seem a little more real to you, right? They hammer you with George Washington and Abraham Lincoln in school when you grow up. So those seem like real heroes to you, right? When you're growing up. This, we just get it in the book. We don't have movies. We don't have, nobody's doing a thing on the life of Daniel.
Or Paul.
And not correctly anyway. If they did, Ten Commandments was actually a great, magnificent movie for its time. It's just cast all wrong.
Yeah.
And if you do that, you've lost the foundation. The same way you have to establish the foundation of Christ's identities before you can accept anything else in here. Because you can jive with everything else in here, but if you think that Christ is anything but a black man according to the scriptures, the Spirit won't reside in you. And it's going to be fleeting, right? It's going to be like something that you just knew for a second. That's one of those things where like a trivia question comes up with, oh, damn, I heard this one time. But there's no life in you. There's no spirit in you. So that thing for aforetime is not a light thing. You have to realize forefathers' lives were set in order. Man, it says a man's goings of the Lord, then how can he understand his own way? He's going to utilize you, because he's a user, for what he wants. And that means everybody who was used for destruction was used for destruction, and he'll do that again.
Dang.
And everybody who was used for glory was used for glory, and he'll do that again.
So it's like he kind of like, all right, Hope, cut. All right, now, everybody reset, but we're like in a different time.
Yeah.
But you still playing the extra that got flamed the first time.
Yes.
You just got to damn.
Yeah. Read this again.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Right. Notice, he didn't say our understanding. He said our learning. For our learning. So when Paul says, I'm going to tie it all back. When Paul says, these things I read unto you are the commandments of the Lord. And then we read in John, he says, look, it's not a new commandment, right? And then Christ says, your righteousness must exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. He's telling you it's the same laws. I'm just telling you that you actually have to apply them. And you have to apply them all. Save the ones that we know prophetically were to be done away with, because they represented a shadow of things that are to come. And you have to continually have that in your mind, that when Sirach 3:23 talks about more things are shown unto you than men understand, it's not just talking about a prophetic breakdown. It's saying you're missing the ties of this stuff. Even in the basics of something. Why you keep a certain law. Remember, going back to what I said in the beginning, certain behaviors and certain actions are not going to be, you're not going to be able to do them in the kingdom. There's some things that we're only able to do now because of the way this flesh is. It won't exist in that way. Remember, I have brought out, I think in one of the classes prior to that, with the sin, that death came into the world, what we call death now because of sin. But what that really was a transition, right? That goes into the rehearsing, the righteous acts and whatnot, all right? Go back to Matthew, all right? And I had another verse in my head and I forgot.
I got it. Oh, you still want to Deuteronomy?
That's what I wanted. But go back to Matthew. Come on.
The book of St. Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven.
And he's going to explain what least means, right? Because based on what I just brought out and understanding that no evil thing can reside in the kingdom of heaven, and we know that sin is the evil thing, right? He's not saying that you could break a commandment and still be there. Now, this doesn't go into forgiveness and the grace that we have now, right? I'm talking about further along, right? These type of things have no place in the kingdom, right? Least means you're not going to make it. And we're going to get to that point as we keep reading. Go ahead, come on.
And shall teach them but whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees.
Right? So now he's telling you your righteousness has to exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. Exceed it. Because what were they missing?
Charity.
Paul goes into that in 1 Corinthians 13 about charity, right? And charity, you think they were just missing giving a brother or sister a ride? They were just missing, giving a brother or sister some food?
We went over charity. Even the Bible dictionary tells you about charity.
Right.
What really charity
It goes a lot deeper than that, right? Because a lot of people think, oh, charity. That thing used to be thrown around so loosely when I first came in. Oh, you got to be charity. You got to be charity. Yet, it was just the surface of what was charity, right? Go ahead. Come on.
Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
You will not enter into the kingdom. That's what it means to be least. That's what it means to be. You want to say something? Oh, okay. It's just a ring? Too heavy on the finger?
Yeah, it feels good.
Cloud hammers.
I like it.
All right, Frank. Give me this in Deuteronomy.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5.
This is why it's important that these things are here for our learning. Because remember, all this, just like the body and what we're doing as we rehearse the righteous acts here, is a transition phase. This is a transition phase for us learning how the kingdom of heaven is going to be governed. Right? Go ahead. Come on.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right. So, remember, they were written aforetime for our learning, and they're a shadow of things of the patterns in heaven. He said, I'm giving you these laws because as I put you into this land for you to rule it, this is what I need you to rehearse to use to govern it. You're not going to start making up laws on the fly of things you want to do and what you don't want to do. Right? Read that part again.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me.
Come on.
That ye should do in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Right. They were going into Canaan. Right? Now, he didn't say how long it was going to take for them to possess it. They thought on arrival they would possess it. They had to fight once they were there to establish the kingdom. Right? So he said, you have to do this and keep them when you're in the land. But you're going to start keeping them in the wilderness. Again, symbolic. We're in the wilderness now. Symbolic of a kingdom, right? Remember when in Hebrews 11 where he says if they'd have been mindful of that first country, right? He was like, we had a kingdom, but we weren't mindful of it, right? So we lost it. But it was written aforetime so that we can learn today, right? Everything has significance, right? Was there more historical acts? Were there probably other things? But we don't need that now. Right? Those are electives when you get to the kingdom. Right. When he says, now you see through a glass darkly, then face to face, you're going to have all that understanding. More things are shown unto us now than men can possibly understand, even in the smallest of precepts, for us to try to be focused on looking more. Right? Go ahead. Come on.
Keep, therefore, and do them.
Go ahead.
For this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations.
Right. He's saying this is what's going. This is what he means when he says, come up out of her and be ye separate. This is what you're going to do in the sight of the nations. And if this is in the sight of the nations, when you go into that land, keep reading.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
Did they ever say that about us? Nope. In history?
No.
They said, we can
don't say that Solomon's wisdom was out because he had treachery all in there as well, right?
They said.
Remember how I said scripture moves sometimes?
I see what you're going.
He was literally talking about going into Canaan, but then all of a sudden he says, but then they're gonna say, did that ever happen? Where they said this is a wise and great nation?
Not yet.
They always hated that. Hasn't happened yet.
They said, how can we overthrow them? Yeah, we know how. If they go against their God, overthrow.
Right.
If they're with their God, then we die.
Go to Judah 5.
Oh, yeah.
Go to Judah 5.
Yes.
And we're going to prove that. We're going to prove that. They did not say that.
They were, what's the word? Scheming on how to overthrow us.
You want verse 20?
Nope, hold on.
18.
Hey, Deacon, and when you...
Okay, we're not going to read it now, but you need to actually read the whole chapter 5 of Judith, because
What are you trying to get?
hold on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They
Sorry.
break
Sorry.
down
Mm-hmm.
exactly what I'm saying now.
It's a threat assessment.
It's not just a threat
It's
assessment.
our history.
They don't say this is a wise and great nation. They say they've always rebelled against what we wanted them to do. They always did something different. Bro, because he goes through it. He mentions Canaan.
Verse 9.
Right?
5 and 9.
Yes, start at 9. That's it. Start at 9. We'll just start from 9. We'll just
The book
start
of
from
the book of Judith, chapter 5 and verse 9. Then their God commanded them to depart from the place where they sojourned, and to go into the land of Canaan, where they dwelt, and were increased with gold and silver, and with very much cattle.
First of all, they have our whole history, right? I'm starting with Canaan because that's where we were headed when we read Deuteronomy 4, right? Go ahead, come on.
But when a famine covered all the land of Canaan, they went down into Egypt and sojourned there, while they were nourished, and became there a great multitude, so that one could not number their nation.
Right. So now he's basically, there's a lot going on here because he's going to sum up when we went into captivity, right? Go ahead, come on.
Verse 11, therefore the king of Egypt rose up against them and dealt subtly with them.
Where do you read that? In Exodus, where he says, let us go and deal wisely with them, right? So he's saying they dealt subtly with them, right? Go ahead, come on.
And brought them low with laboring in brick, and made them slaves.
Read.
Then they carried unto their God. Then they cried unto their God, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues.
That's the whole chapters in Exodus where it talks about the plagues. And it's not just Exodus. You go to Wisdom of Solomon. Just like in 2nd Ezra's, you can precept back and forth with the creation in Genesis. You want to go more deeper into what the plagues were like in detail, go to Wisdom of Solomon and then precept that with Exodus, right? Go ahead, come on.
Then they cried unto their God, and he smote all the land of Egypt with incurable plagues. So the Egyptians cast them out of their sight, and God dried the Red Sea before them, and brought them to Mount Sinai, and Kadesh Barnea, and cast forth all that dwelt in the wilderness. So they dwelt in the land of the Amorites, and they destroyed by their strength all them of Esbalon. And passing over Jordan, they possessed all the hill country. And they cast forth before them the Canaanite, and the Pharisite, and the Jebusite, and the Sychemite, and all the Girgashites, and they dwelt in that country many days.
Right, so that's what you read, what happened in Joshua, in Judges, right? Even in the time of Samuel, David still had wars that he was fighting, right? Clearing the land, right? They weren't like, oh, there's a great, wise, and understanding people, right? Go ahead, come on.
And whilst they sinned not before their God, they prospered, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now are they returned to their God, and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate.
And guess what? What was written aforetime was written for our learning. These same events are going to happen again when all those nations, even though Christ is going to come, all that destruction is going to happen. Remember, we still got a clearing out that we got to do.
Right.
Right?
Don't forget that.
They going to be talking about that same thing. Right? They're going to be talking about that same thing. What do you got to say?
Verse
Real
23, because it gets to your point about what you said in
Right?
Deuteronomy
Go ahead.
4.
Let's jump. Come on.
Verse 23, For say they, we will not be afraid of the face of the children of Israel. For lo, it is a people that have no strength nor power for a strong battle.
And that's why Deuteronomy 4 hasn't come to pass yet, because we fit this.
Right. And read 24, though.
Now, therefore, Lord Holofernes, we will go up, and they shall be a prey to be devoured of all thine army.
That goes all that's the mindset they had all that time. Versus what we're reading in Deuteronomy. Go back there. Start from the beginning.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that you should do in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
That has not been said. That has not been said of us as a people.
Right.
What you see is contrary-wise what they've said. So what you see here goes back to my point of what was written aforetime was written for our learning. And you see those examples in the scriptures where something was fulfilled, but not in entirety. That's why you can read Isaiah and Jeremiah, and you could say, and the Christians could say, an apologist will say, that happened already. But when you go into the details of the scripture, it did not happen fully.
No.
Because it's not just talking about Babylon, it's talking about Babylon.
Right.
Damn.
It's not just talking about Egypt, it's talking about Egypt.
I read.
And if you know what I'm saying. And if you don't know, it's not for you to know anyway. And that's why I'm speaking it in a mystery.
There it is.
It's spiritual. Bishop said it in a nice title. It's spiritual. You wouldn't understand.
There it is.
It's spiritual. You wouldn't understand anyway. Even if I break it out to you. Because as plain as it is, when you actually study and apply and dissect these scriptures,
right?
When you read distinctly,
right,
they still won't see it because it's not for them to see. It's not for them to see. It's not for them to see.
Judah 5 is. I'm reading it, and I see 2024. I mean, it's plain as day.
Yep, and that's what I'm saying. Verse 24 is still to this day, where it says, "Come, let us." They'll pray to us.
Hey,
they'll be a prey to us. That's what the problem is, and the resistance is of what we're teaching. They try to demonize our righteousness.
Right.
They try to demonize our righteousness. Right. So. You were going to say something?
Yeah, just real quick.
All right, because you know what? I drink a lot of water. I do got to run to the bathroom. So you go ahead and talk for
I can?
Oh,
yes.
Oh, snap.
I'm just kidding.
Oh,
hey,
snap.
read that part again.
Don't let the show go off the rails, okay?
Okay,
no,
where we at?
Deuteronomy 4 again.
5 and 6?
Yes, please. I was thinking about this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them.
And do them.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
So when are they going to say that, though? When is that going to come to pass? Isaiah chapter 2 and read verse 2. When is this going to happen when they're going to say, surely this is a wise and understanding people? Come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 2 and verse 2. It shall come to pass in the last days.
When?
In the last days.
In the last days. Come on.
That the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
All nations are going to see the kingdom of heaven where the Israelites will be, the elect, and they're going to say, hey, that kingdom, that people right there that live up there, the highest kingdom of all the earth in the Lord's mountain. Go ahead.
And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
Hey, let's go. This is a wise and understanding people. They will teach us of their ways. Let's go there. Because why? We're a wise and understanding people. They have laws, statutes, and commandments. Go ahead.
And we will walk in his paths.
Let's go so we can follow those statutes and commandments. Go ahead.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
Out of where?
Out of Zion shall go forth the law.
That's when it's going to be said, this is a wise and understanding people. In Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2 on down, that's when it shall come to pass. When every nation on the earth is going to say, let us go to the house of the Lord. That's when Isaiah 14 is going to say, and they shall cleave unto them whose oppressors they were. They're going to cleave unto us. Why? I couldn't find the precept of Isaiah 14 where it says, we're going to be teaching them the commandments. They're going to be in submission to learn the commandments. They're not going to want to, but they're going to have to. They're going to cleave unto us. Why? They're going to see us. They're going to say, this is a wise and understanding people. You got something, officer? You say you're going to say? Go ahead.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Now, Verse 5.
Verse
and then that's
5,
it.
yeah.
Verse 5. O house of Jacob.
This is those that flow that they're going to say, let us go unto the Lord. These are the scattered Israelites. Go ahead. Say it again.
O house of Jacob, come ye, and let us walk in the light of the Lord.
Oh, house of Jacob, they're going to say, let us walk in the light of the Lord. Those are the many people that are going to, in the last day, let us walk up to the mountain of the Lord. Out of the Zion shall come forth the law. Got anything? Let's go. Let's go. I see you. I see you.
It's cooking.
What did you read? I don't want to read something you read.
Isaiah chapter 2.
Get Isaiah 14 and start at 24. And there's more ahead of this, but I'm just going to sum it up because I want to get back to the article.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 24. The Lord of hosts have sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand.
As I have purposed, so shall it stand. What was written aforetime was written for our learning. All these things that I said, right? In Isaiah where it says, none of them shall want her mate, none of them shall fail, right? But the point is that he purposed it. He's not writing it as he goes. This was done from the beginning, right? Like we brought out in 2nd Ezra 6 on Saturday, right? Before any of this stuff, I laid this thing out, right? Go ahead. I knew that Christ would create it, and then I knew he would bring this down to bring something better, right? Go ahead. Come on.
And as I have purposed, so shall it stand.
Come on.
That I will break the Assyrian in my land.
That's Amalek. That's the Israelis that are over there now. That's them fake Jews. Go ahead, come on.
And upon my mountains tread him underfoot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders.
Read.
This is the purpose that is purposed upon the whole earth.
That goes into 2nd Ezra 6, 9 and 10, where it says Jacob is the beginning, Esau is the end.
Yep.
The hand is betwixt these two. This is the whole purpose of stuff. Go ahead, come on.
And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations.
Right, and all the nations, not just Amalek. This is why we know they're going to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. We're going to govern in the kingdom, right?
With a rod of iron.
But how can we govern with these laws in the kingdom with a rod of iron if we can't even
govern ourselves
with them now? Right? This is our wisdom in the sight of the nations. Not just while we do it, but when we're in the kingdom as well, in the sight of the nations. Right, go ahead, come on.
For the Lord of hosts hath purposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back?
Right, so it's purposed. Its purpose is the point that I was trying to get off of that. Like, all this stuff has to come to pass because this is the way he set it up. I've often say this where he says when Christ did something and he says this happened so that this can be fulfilled, this happened so that this can be fulfilled, right? Like, it's purposed out. So Christ knew what he was doing because he's Christ, right? He was there creating the whole thing from the beginning. But some of our forefathers, like I said, the ones for honor, the ones for dishonor, it wasn't really them being driven. It was the commands, it was the program that was uploaded into them in their soul before they were formed in the womb.
Damn, that was their role in the movie.
Yes. Damn. But that's where it went down to. Anyway, let's go back to the article, right? Because we're still dealing with the laws, right? We went through all that because I was just saying that it doesn't really matter how many there are. But what you do got to know is that the whole Bible is the book of the law, right? You read that in Baruch. Can we get that real quick?
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God.
It's the whole Bible. He's not talking about just Baruch. He's talking about the whole Bible. So there's way more than 613 if you want to get technical. But you're going to laugh when you see where the 613 come from. And I pray nobody ever says that dumb stuff again. All right?
Damn.
When you read it. Go ahead, come on.
And the law that endureth forever.
And the law that endureth forever. That goes with John where he says it's not a new commandment, but the old one that you have from the beginning, right? I'm the Lord, I change not. There's a ton that you can get out of that. Go ahead, keep reading.
All they that keep it shall come to light.
Right. Remember what I was just saying, that the same way we have this transition of the flesh into get the spiritual body, us keeping it come to life, and that's the only way that you can enter into life, right? That word has to be in you. That New Testament where it's engrafted into you, that's a lot heavier than just in the carnal. That's also for now and for the kingdom. When it says the new commandment that I give unto you, I'll write it in their hearts and in their mind. When that sin is not going to pop into our heads when we're in that glorious state. When we're in that celestial, you're not going to be thinking about fornicating, adulteries, thievery, lying, envy, deceit, maliciousness, none of that stuff. That's all gonna be dead. That dies with this place and this shell.
Death.
You're not gonna be weird off in a corner.
Damn.
Losing your religion.
Damn.
See, and then he does that face. That's the other
That's
face.
the
Can we
face
get
right
pictures?
now.
Can we get pictures? Now he's changing it.
That is the face.
He said he does it.
You did it.
Hey, all praises.
Damn.
Right. He thinks like if he just looks like that and stays still, then
Right.
it's gonna stop.
Yeah. If I just be really still.
If I just be really still, they don't see. Like in Jurassic Park with the
Right.
T-Rex. Remember that? He can't move. He can't see you if you don't move.
Oh crap!
He's like, let me not move, and maybe they'll stop talking about me. He don't even blink, bro. He just starts
for
looking at you
real.
like this.
He give you that
The
death
eyes
stare.
get wide, boy.
No, for
And then you
real.
know he wants to blink, so they start to water.
Yeah. He refuses.
Look, he doing
Look
it
at him.
again
There it
now.
go.
Look.
There it go.
And then he do that. That's his way to do a quick blink without. See, man, I got him all broken down. Bro. Everything I don't know.
Man.
Oh man. Anyway, go back to the article. Because we still got to talk about the 304.
Oh, we
Cloud
do.
have mercy.
Yeah, no, we got to get that in. That was a cool title, so we got to talk about it. Come on.
Despite the rabbinic concept that there are 613 biblical commands, a careful examination produces a much smaller number. Interestingly, in his list of 613, Maimonides included commands that the rabbis said were.
I was gonna say something. It's bad. In the 600, not to you. In Spanish, I was thinking mama.
Right, mamon.
Mamon. I was gonna say mama something else. But go ahead. In the 613, mamon. Go ahead, come on.
Included commands that the rabbis said were biblical in origin, even though they are not explicit in the Torah.
Right. So they call the Torah the 5 books of Moses, but Paul tells you what he writes unto you is the commandments of the Lord, and we just read in Baruch that the whole Bible is the commandments of the Lord, right? Yes. So that by itself should show you that they're off. There's no way that they can number all the commandments. Go ahead, come on.
The following is from my recent book, Mysteries of Judaism, number 2, How the Rabbis and Others Changed Judaism.
Come on.
Rabbi Simlea's sermon. The first report that the Torah contains 613 commandments dates to the 3rd century CE, when Rabbi Simlei mentioned this concept in a sermon that is recorded in the Babylonian Talmud, Makkot 23b. The Talmud states, Rabbi...
Now, the Talmud is what they hold in esteem above the Torah. They'll tell you no, because they talk about Torah, that you learn Torah, right? That's when you see them there with scrolls. And right? And they do all that nonsense, right? But that's not what they live by.
Right.
They use the Torah as history, and the Talmud is the foundation of Judaism.
Right.
The same way Catholicism uses the catechisms, and that holds more weight than what the Bible says.
Or the Book of Mormon.
Or the Book of Mormon, right? It's not biblically based, right? It's a rudiment and not the whole. Can we get that in Colossians?
Yes, sir.
Right? And get the definition of rudiment. I can't remember which one says it the way I want. Because rudiment means like a part of it. What are you over there still looking for prophetic?
I'm just.
What the hell?
What are you just?
I'm just mind blown right now, and then these sound effects ain't coming out.
I know there's no sound effects.
Not a now sound effect.
They taking notes.
Not a now
it's all good. The new mixer's coming in next week. But we ain't gonna be here now. Come on, man.
Get dictionary and let me see the thesaurus in that. Okay, no, that's actually perfect. That's what I want. That's what I want. Now, read Colossians.
The book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men.
Right. So the Tanakh is traditions of men. They give it a name that sounds powerful. Tanakh, the catechisms. Book of Mormon's kind of weak. They could have came up with a better name than that. But
yes.
Right. The catechisms, the Tanakh, right? And this is the emphasis that they place their beliefs on. Go ahead, come on.
After the tradition of men. After the rudiments of the world.
After the rudiments of the world. Rudiment usually means the foundation of something, right? It's saying after the rudiments of the world, but read 1b.
1b, a mere beginning, first slight appearance, or undeveloped or imperfect form of something.
Read the example.
The rudiments of a plan.
So it's not the plan. That's like when brothers come up to me and I'm like, or a brother will talk to a sister and he'll talk about, yeah, man, I have this idea for a restaurant. I have this idea for a computer business. I have this idea for a trucking business. And she's razzle-dazzled by it. And what you realize is your mind, because of whatever it is you were seeking, were looking for, you say, wow, this man has plans. And what he really had was rudiments, because he never thought any of that set out. This was just things that he thought would be nice to do one day. And a man like that, when faced with all the things that come with it, then realizes, damn, I don't have sufficient to finish this, to build. No, this requires this, and this. I ain't gonna do it, right? So that's a real world example of that. But the rudiments is a part of something. So it sounds like it. The subject is the same. So the Tanakh, right? The Christianity, the catechisms, and you're like, oh yeah, it's biblical. And then when you really kind of upon further inspection, you say, wait a second, it's not biblical at all. They don't use this to apply. They're using something else to say that this is the way that you're supposed to do stuff, right? Okay, read that part again.
Question, real quick. So rudiments is also like could it be like a rough draft type of thing?
It's incomplete. It's just the beginning of something. It's imperfect. It's an underdeveloped or imperfect form of something. So it appears like it, right? But it's not really. There's no substance behind it, right?
Yes, sir.
It's like when you eat like a all fiber cookie, and it doesn't hit the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it really didn't have nothing in it but a bunch of fiber, right? You know, like there's nothing in it. You know, there's nothing there. Doesn't do nothing for you, right? I'll give you another rudiment. Non-alcoholic beer.
Damn it.
Oh, dual.
Right? Tastes just like beer.
Right.
Damn.
Tastes just like beer.
You had 5.
But and you get no buzz off of it.
Right.
Damn.
Right? Okay? That's a rudiment. There's nothing else there. It's imperfect, right? Yeah, read this again.
After the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Oh, I always get it confused. It's Torah, Tanakh, Talmud, right?
Yeah,
it's Torah, Tanakh, Talmud.
Talmud is the
book.
Babylonian.
Yeah,
That's the one that they use.
the Talmud.
They talk about the Tanakh is the rest of it. You're right. Thank you, brother.
Torah is law.
See, don't be.
Tanakh is Old Testament.
Mm-hmm.
Talmud is Babylonian.
Right. The Talmud is a record of the rabbinic debates in the 2nd to 5th century on the teachings of the Torah, right? Both trying to understand how they apply and seeking answers for the situations they themselves were encountering. All right,
that's when they go into the goyim.
I always I'm notorious for getting them all confused. I always forget because there's so much nonsense that they have with that. So the Tanakh is the rest of the Old Testament for them, right?
Yes.
And the Torah is Moses' books, but what they use is the Talmud. That's what I mean to be emphasizing, right? But you're going to read about that as we keep going. Thank you, Sirach. Thank you, okay? The point is it's all rudiments, right? It's one Bible. Why are you even breaking it up into Torah? Why are you even breaking it up into, right? The scripture says, here a little, there a little, right? Meaning, yeah, it's divided for us this way. But back then, it wasn't called old and new. It was just the scriptures. There was no New Testament when the disciples were on the scene and Christ was on the scene. It was just the Bible.
And don't add and take away.
It was after Christ that there was no Apocrypha either, because why? It was part of it.
Right.
It wasn't called the Apocrypha because it wasn't taken out. It was part of the scrolls. It was just known as the Bible or the book of the law, because Baruch says it's the book of the law. Maccabees says they sought out the book of the law and they opened it.
Yep.
That's what we knew it as. But Rudiments broke it up, and it's to create confusion. And notice they all start with T: Torah, Tanakh, Talmud. And they got me confused. I know they all crap, but they got me confused. Which one is which, right? Go ahead.
So, D, I got a question. So here's my question. Was the Apocrypha included in the 613 laws that they talking about, or was this after? So, is that the 66 that they talking about, or the 80?
They do include the Apocrypha because they love the Maccabees because they think it's them.
Yes.
They think,
God.
They think they're frail, non-aggressive, limp, clammy handshakes that they give.
What's it called?
Because bro, when I started in banking,
yeah,
I worked in an area that was all Amalek. It was all Amalek, and
with skin cancer.
What are they called?
Oh my God! And actually, even before I started in consumer banking, when I used to work in a trading office in a stock office back in the day, there was a lot of them in the office too. And I just always. Even then, I said, gosh, these are supposed to be the mighty people that you read of in the scripture.
And they don't take a bath.
And this before any semblance, I was evil as hell. I was wicked and all types of stuff. I was worshiping the creature way more than creator, even though I professed spirituality back then. And I always knew. I said,
boy, no way, boy.
I said, man, I said, boy, how far have they fallen?
Damn.
They ain't got no type of...
Nothing.
No type of nothing.
No sauce.
You go, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, they teach you give the firm handshake when you're going in business. No, you get this.
Yeah.
Look, you get this.
Dreidel.
You get that. It's like they give you your hand like this.
The hell is this?
And then it's all clammy and nasty.
And smelly.
Ooh, and smelly.
They be stinky.
Anyway, be careful before they cut us off.
Oh, God.
Go back to the article.
The article. And go.
Go. What are they doing today? See, you can't give
Nothing.
any praise. I give praise, and the whole thing's been jacked up. So once I
they
give
wearing
praise,
the black trench coats in the back.
Damn.
The Talmud states, Rabbi Simlai gave as a sermon 613 commandments were communicated.
So notice, they're saying the Talmud. It's Torah, Tanakh, Talmud. They're saying the Talmud was the first mention of 613 commandments.
From Rabbi Simlai.
Yes, right? Like a wet tarp. It was like a wet tarp.
Damn.
613 commandments were communicated to Moses, 365 negative commands corresponding to the number of solar days in a year.
Oh, my God.
248 positive commands corresponding to the number of the members, bones covered with flesh of a man's body.
What?
This is some
Hold
Egyptian phallus
on. We
stuff.
just read Rudiments in Colossians, no?
Right.
Damn.
What? Wait a
Listen.
Man, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
For all of you who have been saying, yeah, 613 laws, statutes, and commandments, this is the foolishness that you've been repeating. All right? Read that part again from 613 commandments.
613 commandments were communicated to Moses. 365 negative commands corresponding to the number of solar days in a year. And 248 positive commands corresponding to the number of the members, bones covered with flesh, of a man's body.
Keep reading.
It thus appears that Rabbi Simlai invented the number 613 because it fit his sermon.
Damn it.
A person should observe the Torah with all his body parts, 248, every day, 365. The two numbers add up to 613.
Okay, stop it.
There have been zero sound effects today.
Oh, my God. What is
I
happening?
ain't hear, boy, ain't no way.
I got you.
I ain't hear, you need some milk.
Boy, no way, boy.
I got you. What's the Larry guy?
Did Nathaniel have a red recovery? Is he asleep in the booth?
I can check.
Boy, no way, boy.
What's him?
No, he been getting good
Ric
sleep.
Flair. Ric Flair.
Has he?
Yeah, he been getting good sleep.
So he... He ain't got no excuse.
Damn.
Woo! Keep reading. Keep reading.
As far as we know, no one thought there were 613 biblical commandments before Rabbi Simlai offered his sermon.
Wait a minute.
In fact, 150 years before Rabbi Simlai, Ben Azai is quoted as saying that there were 300 biblical commands. Urbach wrote in the Tanaitic sources, this number 613 is unknown.
Keep going. Keep going.
Oh my gosh.
The reactions of Abraham, Ezra, Nachmanides, and others.
Hey, you know what's going on, Sirach? I'm convinced now. You know how some of the leadership likes to put the music like towards the end of the class when it's getting hot and stuff is coming out. They try to do that to me on day assignment, and I said, "Don't music me."
They're on strike.
I said, I think it's distracting. Me personally. Like, if you did it for maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right, you could kind of get away with it.
Right.
But I personally think it's gotten out of hand. If they do it for 20, 30 minutes, and it's distracting. I've seen whole classes where the music is on the whole time. And it's distracting. So they try to music me, and I said, look, I appreciate it. I said, don't ever music me. I don't like it. And now I think they're on strike. Like, they're upset because they tried to music me, and I didn't want the music.
It's like when you get
Wow!
No, you can't speak.
Dang.
Wow!
You can't speak. You're on timeout. If you put me on timeout, you're on timeout.
That's like when you get a whooping and you don't want to do nothing after that.
Wow!
What do you have to say for yourself now that you're awake?
I was just curious to see if people actually heard them because we've been playing them.
Not a now one.
Y'all can't hear them, but people online they hear them.
I got people that say some people
I
heard
haven't
it.
heard any.
And I saw more that said they haven't heard it.
None. Ain't heard none.
Wow.
And we just heard your bing bing bing. You just,
Yeah, we heard
Wow.
that.
We've been
wow.
Wow.
Shine wow you. Damn.
Ain't nobody heard not a now one.
More people saying nope than they all say it's a conspiracy, bro.
And they did a test. I heard them do a sound test on the
and
thing
listen,
too.
I gotta actually say they're pretty diabolical because like I can't prove it, so they can just like keep doing it.
I got you.
Damn.
I'm about to create a poll.
No, they saying they don't hear it. They only heard the bell
my
and just the beat
goodness,
just now.
Right.
They didn't hear it.
That's
So, see, now we can't hear you. Exactly.
that's okay. Some clips up.
It's a lot of Jews.
Like a lot of Jews. Go back to the thing. Like a lot.
Ezra, 1089 to 1167, recognized that if one counts all of the divine commandments recorded in the Bible, the number would be well over 1,000.
Right, and that sounds probably more realistic, right? But go ahead.
And that if only the commandments relevant to his day were numbered, the total would be less than 300.
So they talk about relevant to his day. I mean, that's insane, right? I mean, unless... Look, he put up a poll.
I did put up a poll.
Effects at all. He says only the ones relevant to today. Now we do know that that we spoke about the sacrificial and the temple laws being done away with, right? But for the most part, everything else is still intact.
Yeah,
everything else is still intact. All right, go ahead.
He wrote in his Yesod Moreh 2, some sages enumerate 613 mitzvah, divine commandments, in diverse ways. But the truth is that there is no end of the number of mitzvah.
Of commandments. There is no end to it, right? Go ahead.
And if we were to count only the root principles, the number of mitzvah would not reach 613.
Keep going.
Nachmanides, 1194 to 1270, writes in his Hasagat, his critical commentary to Maimonides' Sefer.
Whoa. Say that 3 times fast.
Sefer HaMitzvot, that the 613 count is a matter of dispute, and there is no certainty that it is true. But since this total has proliferated throughout the Agadic literature, we ought to say that it is a tradition from Moses at Sinai.
Stop it.
Judah, Balaam.
No, scroll up. Go back. Read that part again.
Look at this.
This total has proliferated throughout the Agadic literature. We ought to say that it is a tradition.
A tradition after the traditions of men.
Right.
All right, like we read in Colossians. It is a tradition. Go ahead.
From Moses at Sinai.
No, it is not. Go ahead. Come on.
Judah, Balaam, 11th century. century rejected the notion that there are 613 biblical commands. He wrote, to my mind, the dictum of Rabbi Simlai was said only as an approximation. Gersonides, 1288 to 1344, also rejected the idea that there are 613 biblical commandments. He wrote that the number is only homiletical, teaching that Jews should obey God's laws with their entire being. 248 organs every day, about 365 days in the solar calendar.
Damn.
Rabbi Shimon ben Tzach Duran, 1361 to 1444, summed up the above-mentioned views. Perhaps there is agreement that the number 613 is just Rabbi Simlai's opinion, following his own explication account of the mitzvah, and we need not rely on his explication when we come to determine the law, but rather on the Talmudic discussion. It should come as no surprise, therefore, that early attempts to list the 613 commandments failed. In his introduction to his own listing in Sefer HaMitzvot, Maimonides pointed out some attempts to list the 613, including such errors as inserting post-biblical rabbinic commandments, such as the lighting of Hanukkah candles into the list of biblical commandments.
So that nonsense where they tell you it's 9 on the menorah, even though the Bible references 7.
Damn.
And even though, remember, I just brought out about the patterns, and he says, see that you make these things according to the patterns that you see.
Right.
Damn.
Right.
And the patterns that were seen said 7. And they rocking 9. It's not the figure of what's in heaven then. Right? On top of that, the Jewish fable, and get me that in Titus, the Jewish fable where it says you light one every night. You don't read that in the scriptures. All right? Well, where chapter and verses in Maccabees where it says they lit it and that's it? They don't talk about every night. It says they lit it. It was after they got the victory.
I got you.
You know where it's at exactly? Or more or less? Read this in Titus about Jewish fables. Come on. Titus 1:14.
The book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 14. Not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth.
All right, go back to the article. It says, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men, right? Read the part where it says,
Maimonides pointed out some attempts to list the 613, including such errors as inserting post-biblical rabbinic commandments such as the lighting of the Hanukkah candles into the list of biblical commandments.
Is Jewish fables, like we just read in Titus. It says, don't give heed to Jews. And there's a bunch of them. What were you going to bring out? You got it?
Yeah. First Maccabees 4 and 50.
Come on.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 4, verse 50. And upon the altar they burned incense, and the lamps that were upon the candlestick they lighted, that they might give light in the temple.
That's it. They just lit them of what was on the candlestick.
Right.
To give light in the temple. Not because it was a command. Not
one a day.
Right, one a day or anything like that. It's a candlestick. It's a specific candlestick relevant to us.
Right.
And you light them to give light in the temple.
Right. That's it.
I mean, we know that the 7 lights represent
significance.
The 7 archangels, but we didn't know that when he gave that to us. That's stuff that came out in the law through understanding later. More things are shown unto us than men understand, right? Because it represented something in the heavens, right? The patterns in the heavens. That's why that menorah shows up. So why did the menorah show up behind Christ?
Damn. The Son of Man. The Son of God. The Alpha and the Omega.
But then we read, I didn't get to go through it, but we went through it here when I spoke about Jude, how Michael, the archangel, disputed about the body of Moses. Right? And you pair that with what Deacon Malachi brought out about the archangels, and you understand that every significant thing that's done or been done, the archangels were present there, because those are the 7 that get those things done. And those same 7 are the 7 that deal with the 7 trumps. Right?
Yes, sir.
Also, too, Deke, can we get that real quick? 1 Corinthians 14 and
They said the static's getting louder.
Wait,
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on it.
Author confusion. That's what I want.
Right. That's
Give me that.
beautiful. Get that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14.
Verse 33.
Verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion.
Watch this. So we read earlier about the patterns that were already set in place, right? So that's set in stone. It's locked in. These guys up here are causing confusion because they can't even agree within themselves. Remember when the Bible was written, we had that in when it was translated into English, right? We had English, Greek speaking Jews, we had Latin speaking Jews, and we had Jews that spoke Hebrew, and they all had to.
Well, not just those languages, because you read in Acts 2, and they mention all the countries that they came out of.
Right.
And it says they all heard themselves in their own language, Parthians, Medians. But those were the three major. Academic.
Right.
That most things you found written would be in one of those three.
Right. But they came together, and they all consented that, okay, this is accurate to be translated and put out.
Right. Oh, Kwanzaa. So Rock saying the Ish beyond that, the Ish people, and he said Judah with the candles for the so-called. Right, and I forgot the Kwanzaa's wild too, bro. The Kwanzaa's wild. I forgot like the mishmash of what it represents.
People still do Kwanzaa?
Yeah, I mean some people. It's not.
Isn't that like an East Coast thing?
I don't know.
It was never like a thing out here.
It never really caught.
Yeah.
It never really caught traction.
And when I mean in the Southwest region,
No, that's a real rudiment too. That's some made up BS Kwanzaa.
I mean, yeah.
Somebody probably heard that, blacks, Hispanics are Israelites, and then they took a twist on it.
Mm-hmm. With the red,
everybody always wanted, and God say just follow his stuff, right?
Yeah.
And listen, remember, rehearse the righteous acts, aforetime for our learning. And then it says the Lord was a schoolmaster.
Yeah.
What's a schoolmaster do?
Teaches.
They teach. They prepare you. They guide you. They set up rules. They set up governing things that the school does. And they teach other teachers, and they oversee the other teachers so that they can teach. The Lord was a schoolmaster and a shadow of things to come. And that shadow is not fully fulfilled yet either. Remember, I said creation's still in process. Creation's still in process. Remember, he has to change us into that form. He has to, the stuff is there, but creation as far as the process of where we're moving, where we're headed, what's going to happen, how he has to change the earth. He has to prepare it to bring down that paradise that's been laid up for us. So, Deke was going over that when he said the gold is going to be like, I was going to touch on some of that too. They talk about these elements came from space in the Big Bang.
Yeah.
The gold is so precious because all the gold and all the silver and all the platinum that ever will be created, they say was created during the Big Bang. But that was the spiritual element. Right? The evidence of things not seen, of stuff that's here. That's why, like in witchcraft, they come up, and again, rudiments. There's certain metals that are, right? What do you think? A silver bullet, silver harms this, and this does that. They assign spirituality to metallurgy, and they're not far off. Like, those are elements.
Hey,
golly.
What did Thinking Malachi said? Where do you think riches come from? Where do you think gold comes from?
Right. They know that they can't get any more gold, but they say it was made in the Big Bang. They know that platinum is finite. They know that lithium is finite. They know that these things are finite, and this is what it's like: supply and demand. Basics. That's like a basic overarching thing of economics. Economics is more nuanced than that, but supply and demand. Gold is so valuable because all the gold that ever was, you can't make more gold. You can't make new gold.
No.
Damn.
And they're trying to dig and dig and dig and dig for more.
Why do you think the lithium now, with all the stuff they're doing with batteries, is so precious? You can't make more lithium. So they'll fight and kill to own the mines.
Right.
They'll do espionage and proxy wars so that they can govern the mines. They were talking about an asteroid that's worth enough money that everybody in the earth could be millionaires. Like, NASA sending something to some asteroid because it has nickel and gold and other stuff like that. This is all stuff that's in those heavens. Because remember, there's another heaven. And these are elements.
Hey.
They they have the elemental. They say those are the known elements. They know that there's more things.
Yeah.
There's stuff in the center of the earth that they can't get to, and they suspect more things are down there.
Right.
No, he going to that place. You see, we talk about stuff like this,
there
and he
it
goes
is.
to that place. See him going
There
to
it
that
is.
place?
I saw
I'm
it.
just
I
taking
saw
it
it.
in.
Yeah,
I
but I
saw
know.
it.
But you go to a place.
Is it a good place?
Well, that's yet to be determined.
I enjoy the place that I go
That's
to.
yet to be. You sure do by yourself too.
Damn man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey.
Anyway.
It's like that movie Don't Look Up, and they're like, yo, yeah, this asteroid is gonna kill us.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, we're building all these machines, multi-billion-dollar machines, and we're gonna destroy it so it can pass the
break up.
Earth.
Mhm.
And then they said at the end, at the last minute, they said, nah, let's just keep it.
Right.
They
Yeah.
said, let's make more money. We need those elements.
Right.
Yes.
Listen, why do you think he says we'll be finer than the fine gold of Ophir? Right. Why does he say gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity? Right. Because of how precious something like that is.
That value.
Right. And that's a residue of that. So you can only imagine what real gold is like.
Damn.
Oh gosh. I almost caught an aneurysm just now. Just real quick.
More things are shown unto us than men truly understand.
Damn.
More things are shown unto us than men truly understand. Scroll a little because it says something else. Jump down. There's one serious problem. He says some other BS here. Nope. We'll go back up. I said there's one.
Up.
I mean down. I mean down.
Oh,
I
God.
guess. Right there.
Just
There's
stop.
one serious problem with Mama.
There is one serious problem with my minds. list of biblical commands. Most of the laws in my mind's list, if not all of them, have been modified and explained by the rabbis in ways that are not explicit in the Torah.
Right. For example.
Rashbam.
Rashbam.
1085, 11 to 1158, recognize that when the Bible states that a particular law shall be a sign between the eyes and a sign on the hand.
And get a thing of the frontlets and the, what are the wraps called? Is that the phylacteries?
No, phylacteries is the bind or
The
something.
binds on the arm, all right? Because this is, they're basically admitting to you right now that that's all nonsense. When you see them with their little box.
Right.
Right, look up a frontlet because maybe some people don't know. You might see some of them traditionally wear frontlets, all right? Yeah, and get that. The verse came up in Deuteronomy 6. All right? Yes, that's a perfect one. Look at him. And then he's dressed in his soldier so he can commit his genocide.
Man.
All right? This is the law between his eyes and all of that. Go ahead, come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6 and verse 8. Thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between...
What does 6 say? What does 6 say?
Verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart. And thou shalt...
It's clear that he says the word should be in your heart, meaning your mind, right? Go ahead, come on.
And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up.
Keep going.
And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thine eyes.
Right, so they take this scripture. Let's go back to the article, right? Can you do the article and the picture side by side?
Come on, man.
Come on, because we're having all types of issues today.
Oh, Lord.
Don't put up the little QR code.
Oh, Lord.
Today
Damn.
of the quality of the show. We're gonna get
Damn. Mopsy Yosef's going to
Damn man.
blast us.
No, put it up. Put it when we're done. You can put it up. But go
Yes,
ahead.
I'm just kidding.
All right.
And go.
There is one serious problem with Mamai's list.
No, but how come I don't see the side by side? I wanted to pick. There we go.
Can we? Oh God.
Can we? Oh my gosh. Well, you have that black space there, so you can move it up. Okay, there you go. There's one. There it is. Thank you.
There is one serious problem with Mamai's list of biblical commands. Most of the laws in Mamai's list, if not all of them, have been modified and explained by the rabbis in ways that are not explicit in the Torah.
Right. So rather than just do what God says in the scripture, because God's word is not of any private interpretation, they're telling you that they've privately interpreted it. and that all those traditions that they came up with that they keep, like you see here, which that little box on the head is the frontlets, and in there they got this little tiny scroll, and it's supposed to be the laws, 613 laws written real tiny. Look, and then it says bind it on his arm, so he has another little box on his arm with all that leather stuff, right? And that's how the Pharisees used to work around with that nonsense too, right? Because when did that start stuff? Under the Herodians, right? Because the modern day Jewish men are descendants of the Herodians, okay, which were converts to Judaism under John Hyrcanus. When we had the upper hand, they were forced to keep those things. Then it was switched over, and they warped it, right? And that's why Christ said, Jerusalem will be trodden down by the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, right? All things were written aforetime were written for our learning, and they're a shadow of things to come. Keep reading.
For example, Rashbam, 1085 to 1158, recognize that when the Bible states that a particular law shall be a sign between the eyes and a sign on the hand.
This is the BS they came up with. Go ahead, come on.
It means that the laws should be remembered always whenever you look at or do anything.
Right. So meaning the law should be in your mind like the new covenant says, which was a foreshadowing in the old covenant, and that you do them because that's what the hand represents.
So you're supposed to wear that when you taking a dump?
You're supposed to wear that all the time, according to them.
When you take a dump,
but they only wear it ceremonially when they're gonna pray. So even in their lie, they're off. Go ahead, come on.
Rashbam was explaining that the law of Teflon, which the rabbis derive from these verses, is not the original biblical intent.
But they will keep it as such. Go ahead, come on.
Yet Maimonides includes Teflon as 2 of the 613 biblical commandments, listing a commandment that was apparently enacted by the rabbis and, in any event, not explicitly written in the Torah.
Right. So we're going to stop there. There's a lot more in the article. We ain't going to mess with it now.
It's a bunch of booze.
Right? I'll see, I thought about maybe even talking about it as part of the class I bring up. It depends on how much scriptures I get so that more people could see the lies and the BS. But if you weren't aware of those and you weren't hip to that stuff, and then we know the little yarmulke comes from Maccabees where they made them wear a stupid hat, right?
They made them wear the stupid hat.
What does the scripture say? What's the word they use? They just made them wear a hat, right? But it's a stupid hat, right? But it's so much phoniness, and then they put people gonna defend that like tooth and nail, and it's not really that they're defending them, and that anybody really believes they're them except maybe some of themselves. And when I say them, meaning the Israelites in the Bible, it's that they're maintaining their rule. Because if ever there was acknowledgement of who the true people of God are, then all that the Bible says has to come to fruition. And we know it will. But if they admit that, what they're admitting is their own demise.
Exactly.
Because there's no promise of salvation for them. There's nothing written for them. Can we get that in Obadiah? Where it says, Ephraim, it says, what does it say? Jacob as a fire. Yeah, get that real quick. And then Edom as a stubble. Get that before we shift gears. Get that. Because if they would have ever acknowledged that. It's so again, listen to me good. The world defends those imposters as the Israelites of the Bible. I'm using my words carefully because of the trigger words and the bans that come up. And I don't mean like for me personally, I'm just mean like then they'll take the whole show down. Is to admit what we're about to read here. So they can never embrace that. So, if you're waiting, like I know sometimes Bishop will bring stuff out, and he's not bringing it out for y'all to be clapping. Like everybody clapped when the Russia thing came out about him being Christ.
Right. Oh God. For real.
And I'm like, damn, this people's real intent. They're happy that Esau's acknowledging that.
Yeah.
Esau's giving
it don't count.
Or the little videos when they say, "Oh, these guys are the people."
Right.
That's not why Bishop bringing that out. He's not bringing it out so you could clap for that stuff. He has other intent behind that when he brings out his classes and stuff like that, right? But to this day, everybody gets so excited. Oh my God, where's your zeal when somebody that looks like you,
right?
When somebody that's of your bloodline brings that out that way, where the claps when that comes out? Where the standing O's when that comes out?
Damn.
Read this.
Obadiah, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Judah Judah will be a fire. Come on.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
And Joseph a flame, meaning Ephraim. That's like the same one you read. Is it in Zechariah or is it in Jeremiah? I always get it confused where he says he'll fill the bowl with Ephraim.
Zechariah.
I'll bend Judah. Zechariah, right? Right? Get that because that precepts with this. So you can get another version of this, all right? If for them to admit that those are to us, that we're the people of the book, like truly embrace that, this is why they have to support these lies and these fallacies. Go ahead. Read this from the top. Come on.
And the house of Joseph shall be a fire.
No, start from the top. Come on,
the
bro.
The house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Yo, talking about Judah. Come on.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
And northern kingdom, Ephraim will be a flame. Come on.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
Because we gonna burn him down. We gonna burn him down. Go ahead. Is there more on that?
And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And they shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
Zechariah 9:13.
Zechariah chapter 9, verse 13. When I have bent Judah for me.
Judah? That's what he said in the house of Jacob will be a fire. Go ahead, come on.
Filled the bowl with Ephraim.
And Joseph will be a flame. Come on.
And raised up thy sons, O Zion.
The other 12 tribes.
Against thy sons, O Greece.
Against thy sons, O Greece. Edom and the Greeks, right? Because he calls them Greeks too. Come on.
And made thee as the sword of a mighty man.
Ooh, and we'll be that sword because it's to bring death. Just like I said, and Esau will be a stubble. Go ahead, come on.
And the Lord shall be seen over them. And his arrows shall go forth as the lightning.
Oh, have
and
mercy.
His arrows will go forth as the lightning. And his arrows, guess what?
That's that.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon as stubble. It says we're going to be like sparks on the stubble.
Yes, because that's talk. It just said he's going to fill the bowl with Ephraim.
Right.
So who the arrows?
Right, we are.
We sending us out in our glory.
Let's
Sending us out in our spiritual form. To light their asses on fire.
Right.
And asses in the Bible, so that's not appropriate. Get me the one in Wisdom of Solomon. Let's read that. Let's read that.
We love you, God.
And then we still got to go to the 304 401ks. We still got to go to the 304 401. We got some time. We got like 20 minutes, right? Because we started like.
Yeah.
Right,
Let's
right,
go.
right.
Plus,
the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 7. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like.
When Christ returns and these prophecies that we just read in Obadiah and in Zechariah are fulfilled, come on.
And run to and fro like sparks among the stubble.
That make my teeth white.
That's how we going to make them stubble.
That
The
man.
stubble is Esau there.
Yes.
Right.
It says we going to run to and fro. And lighten they behind.
Oh!
You're finished.
Don't
testosterone.
Right. That it?
That's it.
Oh, man. All
You
praise.
got verse 8.
Damn
You
it.
got verse 8.
No. It's all right, because we ain't getting no sound effects.
Right.
Yeah, we ain't getting none of that.
If we are, we can't hear.
See, that's when they should have
so
music
we ain't
you.
hype.
Right.
They should have music you right there.
Cue the music. Oh, my
Cue the
gosh. Damn. All right. Let's go to we switching gears.
The 401.
So wait, but don't show the video yet.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what a 304 was.
Damn
Oh,
it.
that's right.
Maybe some of y'all know what some of you don't
Yeah.
even, some of you know what a 304 is and not a 401k. Shame on you.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
Damn it.
Stop it. Get some help.
No, you stop it.
401k is a form of a tax protected investment vehicle.
Yes.
Right.
Okay,
I like how
that
you did that.
That
I
you
like
can
it.
that you can put money in
For
to,
both for
to leave an inheritance. They call it retirement. The Bible calls it an inheritance, not a retirement, right? The modern word is retirement because, it sounds more selfish. Like, oh, that's my money so that I can stop working.
The American
I
dream.
need it
But
now.
you work to build an inheritance, right?
Mhm.
And you're supposed to leave something behind. That's changed. That's another part of crafty counsel that's happened to us to perpetuate their rule over us is they taught us to be consumers. They taught us to eat everything up versus leave an inheritance, right? That stuff is not really taught to our people.
Right.
A handful of us, but as a people, that's not really prevalent amongst us. We don't leave nothing behind. We leave bills behind.
Man,
We leave
debt
funeral
straight
expenses
up.
behind,
Damn.
right? That's
Debt.
the type of stuff we leave behind. We leave debts behind, right?
Damn.
Now, I didn't know what 304 was.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had to tell me what a 304 was.
It's right there.
Yeah, he knows what it is now.
Okay.
He knows now.
So 304 apparently is the internet term. I'm almost 50, okay? 304 is the internet term for HOE, I want to say it that way because I don't know if.
Thank you.
Right.
Wow.
Now, look up the Urban Dictionary definition. I'm going to tell you how it made sense to me once they said it.
Yes.
Because if you're from my generation, you remember the beepers?
Yeah, the beepers, yeah.
The pagers.
The codes.
Right.
Yeah.
And we were sending text messages before text messages were a thing. Because a beeper was you sent a number and then you ran to a payphone so that you can call someone back.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You could put up a picture of a beeper, too, if you want. All right, look up a beeper.
Some people don't. Pager. They don't even know what that is.
Right. And there was a whole code for beep, right? So that was like the first beepers that I recall was the one on top. Later on, that Motorola jump became mad popular. Everybody loved that one because you had more screen space and stuff, right?
Oh, snap. So the other one is the one that they looked
And
up
this is like the little code for the beeper stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so like if you wanted to say hello, you would beep 07734, right? And then I forgot what was besos because you could say, so like now you send an emoji with a kiss. There was like digits you could type and it said besos. So you could send besos. So everybody figured out how to send stuff in numeric.
Right.
In digital numeric, right? So that was like, listen, I didn't really want to call back. I just wanted to say what's up, right? Or I just want to send you kisses, right? Or you know, whatever it might be.
So this had its own phone number type of thing?
Yeah. So you had a number you would call, right?
You don't know about beepers?
And it depends. So on your level of service. So what you did was the one on top, as I remember it, all you could do was put in your number, right? So it would prompt it. You put in your number, or you would dial your digits.
Like on the thing?
Yeah, it was like automated, and you dial your digits.
Okay.
When you got to these guys at the bottom, you were able to. They eventually graduated that you could actually send a message, and there was an operator on the other end that you would tell them the message you wanted to send, and they would type it in, and they would send the message.
Snap.
That's when things started like evolving and stuff like that back in the day. And if you had a beeper, the stigma was that you were a drug dealer.
Yeah,
back in the day, right? Back in the day. But, you know, this is the little list with the digits. So when
look at the one. Hi, loser, and then it's LOS.
Right, so I love you was 143.
No, but
187.
Right. Look at hi, loser. It's like LO backwards, right? The 7.
So you basically would flip them upside down and it right, you know, some of them also had regular codes without it.
Okay.
So it was just different stuff. It was so you see go home, hi loser, call me back.
Because you see the 177 is an M. Yeah. I'm young for this.
Right. And so you know they had a whole thing.
Stuff. This is dinosaur stuff.
Dinosaur stuff, really?
Yeah,
right.
man.
So that was it. That was it back in the day, man. Then they started doing cases for the beepers. So you had the little clear, the neon, and
the little leather,
and people would try to rob you for your beeper.
Straight up.
I mean, if you lived where I lived, they'd try to rob you for your beeper.
Damn.
But yeah, that's how things went down. Damn, my whole sound changed. It's like bad again.
Oh,
it's
God.
terrible. I had to raise the whole thing up. This is terrible.
Oh boy.
And then I see these requests from procurement for all this money for stuff, and we see we can't get basic sound.
God.
But anyway, now go back to the shirt. So this is 304.
We got
Let's read. Oh, read this. Read this.
304, a euphemism for a promiscuous female. Female with a high body count.
Right. Hey, and you know what? I might not have time today. Remind me when we go over something where he talks about promiscuity again. I wanted to dissect the definition of promiscuous because it's not just a high body count. I think people think that, and especially some sisters that don't want to face their past and their regrets, don't ever want to have look at themselves as promiscuous. But I'll break it down in another show, Laws Will, if I remember Life Last. Promiscuous actually deals with indiscriminate, meaning you opened up your legs prior to fully knowing the guy. And that don't necessarily mean a one-night stand. That could mean you might have waited your whatever many dates that your rule was to open your legs, and you still didn't really know enough about this person to actually let him inside you. That's promiscuous too. That's promiscuous too, right? So even if you think like, oh, well, I wait, 30 days, or, I wait, 5 dates before I let him hit it. What the hell you know about somebody in 5 dates?
Right.
Yeah.
You ready to have children?
Right. What the hell you know about somebody in 3 dates? Some of y'all did it on the first date.
Right.
You had this virtue in your mind that you
90
weren't gonna, but the tingle happened, right? Because here's the thing. Our bodies are wired to give a response. And sometimes, even if they're fugly, even if it's whatever, right? I said fugly. I didn't say the bad word, all right? There's a trigger, right? Like your body, you don't necessarily have to even really like the person.
60
but if the circumstances, right? Maybe it's been a while. Maybe your last relationship, it wasn't that good. Maybe you're missing the companionship, and you know that kind of comes with the deal. The excitement of getting to know somebody new can trigger the physical response, even if you're not that highly physically attracted to somebody. And you were indiscriminate with it. And this is still the brief breakdown. I want to go into it deeper. That makes you promiscuous too. It's not exclusively a high body count. It really just goes with indiscriminate. So, you know, if you was opening up the legs, you know, and I mean, we know now a year, but I don't know. Let's say you wanted to put it in perspective of the world. I would say anything more than
10 seconds.
Anything less than like 6 months, you was promiscuous. If you was giving it to them anything less than 6 months, that's promiscuous. Because how much time were you really spending with this person?
We heard that.
A few dinners, you know, a few movies.
They ain't played it one time.
Promiscuous girl.
Like, what do you really know? What do you really know like they're doing when you're not around? You know,
You
right?
Don't. Even then when you were around them,
right?
You still didn't know what they were doing.
Right. Man, hey. I'm not gonna say how I know this, but I've known some women that was all about talking about I'm waiting. And I know women, and I'm not saying I know them personally. I'm just saying I know, right? Like you know how like when they do the names have been changed for, all right. This may or may not have been me in a past life. That they'll be throwing it at you, the cues on the first date, even after they laid this whole foundation that they weren't going to do it.
Right.
You doing whole activities with whole tendencies.
What the other one is? Oh, God.
Right. Where's the...
Oh, my God. Promiscuous girl.
Promiscuous girl.
Freaking Timberland in that beat, bro.
Fire.
I got you. Next week, procurement's going to come through. Oh, wait, we're not going to be here next week.
Oh, so,
damn.
We got to spend some time dissecting promiscuity again on another show. Oh, damn. All right. So you could realize that your behind was promiscuous too. Damn it. It's not exclusively a high body count. But go ahead, come on. The term
derives from the 304 typed into a calculator, then turned upside down shows ho.
Now let me get the T-shirt.
I see what you did there.
Right. So, I thought beeper. The Urban Dictionary says calculator, which I guess makes sense. But I thought beeper, right?
It's the digital numbers.
So, cue Graybeard.
It's the code in the matrix.
And go.
Hey. Promiscuous girl.
Make sure the volume's good. Make sure.
Promiscuous girl. Teasing me. Know where I want.
I like that. Yeah.
He's over there stalling.
He's stalling because they ain't ready yet. So what is he doing? He's putting.
Promiscuous
Remember, like
girl.
when I was buying some time.
Oh, he is. Sarah said I heard women. They know if they're gonna give it up. Yeah, most women that you'll speak to, if they speak candidly, they'll know. But my point is, like, unlike men, and I'm not saying women don't have these urges and stuff like that, because you do got some real depraved women they'll move like the spirit of a man. Like men will just do it off of looks. Women, like, that's why I say I give different examples. It could be a lot of other things driving why they would give it up, right? Just a lot. It's a lot. That's that's another show. That's another that's like going into more like the thought process of the stuff and the psychology of that stuff. But go ahead.
Wow.
You don't have. I said it's the 304 retirement plan.
Come on, man.
Oh, gosh.
I even posted it. I mean, we spoke about the title, and I said we were gonna do it.
Yes.
Said 304 retirement plan. That's
Come on, man. What's going on, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what does it say? What's the title? Play it.
That's the one.
Don't be a retirement plan for a woman that spent her best years giving herself to dozens of men. She had her fun and now.
Pause. Number one, turn down the speaker down there, out there. Let's start it from the beginning. Let's get it together. All right, let's go.
And don't be a retirement plan for a woman that spent her best years giving herself to dozens of men. She had her fun and now she's looking for a safe place to land.
And then just play it. Pause it. Let's go from the beginning. Let's put the audio on a good level. Let's go.
Men, don't be a retirement plan for a woman that spent her best years giving herself to dozens of men. She had her.
He says, don't be the retirement plan to a 304. Damn. And I'm going to tell you something. He's going to mention some dynamics here, and he's going to talk about the exception. And the problem is exceptions are exceptions for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women think they're the exception, and they're not. They're the rule. You're in the lot of the rest of these, right? And he's going to give such a powerful example that if a woman at any point has ever told you this, you the retirement plan.
Damn.
Whoa.
Listen good, because you might miss it. Start it from the beginning.
And don't be a retirement plan for a woman that spent her best years giving herself to dozens of men. She had her fun and now she's looking for a safe place to land. If she sees you as that safe landing, then her perception of you is the opposite of the guy that she perceives to be fun and sexy, even though you might have been the fun and sexy guy for other women. But her perception is her reality. And I've had many men tell me that their girlfriend actually admits that she wouldn't have dated them while she was in her fun phase. But now she wants a good man that's good for her. Some women see this as a compliment, I guess, but most men instinctively understand that this makes them a security blanket, not a man who's close.
Because he says a lot. I was going to let it run the whole way through. But I bet all of y'all missed it when I said if a woman has ever said this to you, brothers, I'm talking to you, then you her retirement plan. Run it back a few. No, more than that. A little more than that. A little more than. No, okay, that's good. Damn, you went all the way back.
They did well.
Go ahead. Damn, you'd like double tap. Go ahead.
Best years giving herself to dozens of men. She had her fun and now she's looking for a safe place to land. If she sees you as that safe landing, then her perception of you is the opposite of the guy that she perceives to be fun and sexy, even though you might have been the fun and sexy guy for other women. But her perception.
He says, for her, you might have not been the fun and sexy guy, even though you might have been fun and sexy for other women.
Yeah.
But if that's the one that you with and you're going to marry, it's important that you understand what you have, right? Go ahead, keep playing.
Is her reality. And I've had many men tell me that their girlfriend actually admits that she wouldn't have dated them while she was in her fun phase. But now she wants
If your wife has ever told you, or people who are new to this and maybe not keeping commandments, or your woman has ever told you that she probably wouldn't have dated you years back, you know, maybe she see a picture of you from time ago or whatever it was, and say, "Oh yeah, you weren't my type. I don't think I would have spoke to you back then." You her retirement plan.
Damn, you're safe.
You're the safe guy for her.
Damn.
Even though you might have been the fun guy for some other people.
Right.
You're the safe guy for her.
Because she was all the way outside.
Yep.
Deep ditching.
Yep.
Damn.
Perception is reality.
I mean, you know, just like most people are the product of their environment, we're the sum of our experiences.
Yep.
Right? That is the reality. We never got into the personality plasticity like I wanted to. That's all interesting stuff that we can go back to. But the reality is who you are today is the sum of your experiences, right? That's why your past matters.
Right.
That's why your past matters. But if your wife has ever told you, or your woman, if you're not a believer and you know you with somebody, that she probably, you're not the type of guy 10, 20 years ago that she'd have paid attention to. you just might be the retirement plan.
And that means she's settling for you.
Mm-hmm.
Cause she went through all the fun guys that was having her jumping off the top of the gym and the chandelier.
Hey, remember what Zerubbabel says in Ezra's, like when he said with the king, like just to get her praise, like he would do whatever.
Feign to flatter.
Right.
Yeah.
Women know how to make you feel like you that. And listen, if it's done right and sincerity or whatever, I'm just telling you, you might want to take an assessment of what you have. They'll talk to you and make you think. Bishop has brought this out. You the skinniest little whatever.
Right.
And she talking about you big and massive, you're brolic and all this other stuff like that. They know how to gas you, bro. And you'll take it. And because men kind of, in some ways, have a tendency to lean towards simplicity, we won't even kind of like, we'll miss all the other cues for everything else, just embracing the praise that we're getting. And you have this big swollen head. You know your arms is 8 inches around.
Right.
You ain't got no 15, 16-inch biceps. And she talk about you so fit and good looking.
Right.
You friggin' looking like what's that skinny dude that do all the comedy movies? The little Edomite one that he look all awkward.
What's that dude name?
He actually got like a condition or a disease.
Yeah,
because
his head's like big, right?
Yeah,
and his body's all
man.
skinny.
Looking like
I
that
know
dude. I can't remember his name. Right?
I don't know that dude's name, but I know what you're talking about.
Man, he was
He's funny.
in Road Trip, that movie Road Trip. But anyway, no, go run it back a little bit to what he said, just a little bit. Okay, go ahead.
Is her reality. And I've had many men tell me that their girlfriend actually admits that she wouldn't have dated them while she was in her fun phase. But now she wants a good man that's good for her. Some women see this as a compliment, I guess, but most men instinctively understand that this makes them a security blanket, not a man whose clothes she wants to rip off.
So stop. When you hear something like that, if you have your wits about you, you're like, damn, so why is she interested in me? Why would she be interested in me now? But she's saying if I had met her some time back, she might not have been interested in me.
Right.
But D, that means every time you lay down, she either facing the other way or she's looking up into the...
Well, that's the alpha widow thing, right? That goes into something else then, right? Because there's a lot of overlap from this stuff, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like most things, people will hear this, and there's women that will hear this and say, well, that's not me. And that's why I said I got to be careful, because he says a dozen men, and that's high, a dozen men.
He said dozens.
Dozens? But damn, dozens even worse. Even a dozen is high. And no, I don't care about today's standards or whatever, because I think even for today's standards, that's high. We went over remember, I did the wiener example.
We did the wiener thing.
Yeah. Damn, now I lost my thought because you told me the dozens. The promiscuity, it goes into just indiscriminately allowing yourself to be bedded. So even if it was 3 or 4,
you were 304.
You were 304.
Oh, damn! I see what you did right there. Hold up.
Go ahead, keep playing.
But no genuine desire is not a relationship. It's a prison sentence. That's a majority of the women, though, it seems. So.
Hey, and in this truth, brothers.
He said, Lord. No, not one.
Man, not one. Damn.
Marriage is forever, ever, ever. So it's a real prison sentence when it says that. And I don't mean marriage is a prison sentence, but if you wind up with somebody that saw you as the retirement plan, that it don't matter. That's what you got.
Damn.
That's what you got.
What are the options? Women no older than 25 or 26 are the obvious option for men with options. But there are women out there who were married to the same man most of their adult life.
Right. So he's going to talk about the exception now. So he's saying, what are your options then if most women, especially here in America, that's what you're going to get, especially if you're older, right? I've said this before. Like, if you're older and you're trying to, like, marry, like you got to consider it's a rare thing that you're going to find somebody that's been minimally married or married to one man for many years, and the body count ain't up there. Because, you know, if you're over 40 and you were never married,
that's a problem.
I'm pretty sure the body count is extensive.
Right.
Yeah.
He's actually saying if you're over 26, which makes a lot of sense. So he said, what are your options? Someone 25 or 26 that maybe hasn't been run through, right? The sausage factory with the wieners popping out, right? Damn. See, if these guys were really on it, they would have all this material ready.
For real. Not if today. They were on it.
Not today.
But then he says, look, you might find somebody that might have been married to one person, right? Or, maybe two, okay? And they weren't really around like that, right? But he's going to point out that that's the exception. Like, that's not really what you're going to find out there.
That's a needle in a haystack.
Right. Run it back 10 seconds.
In the last few years, and they don't hit the dating apps or otherwise try.
Back 10 seconds, and you kept going. Are you not hearing me in the booth either?
Another one? Another one.
25 or 26 are the obvious option for men with options. That there are.
Says men with options, meaning you better have a certain look, you better have a certain
value.
You better have a certain discipline around yourself. You better have a certain value around yourself if you're gonna try to attract, prime. You know? Go ahead, come on.
Out there who were married to the same man most of their adult life, divorced within the last few years, and they don't hit the dating apps or otherwise try and relive their 20s. This means they're not making themselves as readily available as the promiscuous women, since promiscuous women, of course, make themselves easily available. That's why they're...
So it's not even just easily available of opening their legs, but you're always putting yourself out there. Oh, I have a friend, let me hook you up with him. And, you start serial dating, you start looking for the attention. Maybe you're going out so that you can flirt with guys to see what you find, whatever it might be, right? Go ahead, come on.
So yes, you are looking for a needle in a haystack, but keep looking and keep your standards high.
Right. So the point is, you are looking for the needle in the haystack, but that's the point, right? So he says, keep looking and keep your standards high, right? Remember, don't have a scarcity mentality.
That part.
Don't have a scarcity mentality. All right. Anybody got anything else they want to add? I had to run through that quick. I wanted to bring out some scriptures and stuff.
You had to run through that quick.
Oh, see what I did there? No, and everybody's just saying the show is horrible. The sound is horrible.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, we just. But hey, at least you're not an Edomite.
Are we putting up the quality assurance today so they can see how bad the show was?
Yeah,
so Joseph could give you your.
It's gonna be
showing,
so he can hand it to you like this.
Yeah.
Yes. You just missed it. Nope. We're not doing the Power Hour Plus. We're doing the quality insurance.
Just the QR code. Thanks, guys.
Hey, so I know we usually rank pretty high on this, believe it or not. When I did see rankings, but then people got all sore when they saw rankings, so we stopped releasing the rankings. I'm talking about all the radio shows. People are like, why even releasing it? Why do we care who had the top show? Yeah.
Because.
Doggone it.
But today,
if you would like to give your feedback on how today's show was,
let us know.
Yeah.
And listen,
hey,
don't be shy.
Right.
Yeah. Don't be scared.
It's it's going to encourage these guys to do better.
Don't be scared.
So,
what did Leviticus 19 and 17 say?
What are you talking about? Not suffer sin?
Yeah.
No. Okay. No.
Be real with us.
Leviticus 19:11. Don't deal falsely.
Yeah. Don't deal falsely. Yes.
Don't deal falsely.
So when you fill that out, put in your complaint. Trust me, I don't get in trouble. They will.
Yes, we do.
All right?
Yes, we do.
So if you'd like to get them in trouble, not for the sake of getting in trouble, so that they can be encouraged to do better.
Right.
Go ahead and fill that out. No, don't be nice, Princess Court. Don't be nice. Be unnice. Yes. Actually, be real.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please, can we get some real in here?
Right. So she said, "IT, please repent." So put the repentance in the QR code.
Yes.
All right? Okay.
IT needs to repent.
All right. What else we got?
We have a whole slot. Hey, go ahead. Go put up the other stuff. That's fine. We'll do it. We'll do it today. Put up the QR codes. Put up everything. Hey, make sure y'all remember. Y'all saw Bishop in Smyrna. All right. Don't forget the Booster Club. You are needed in the Booster Club. Send your donations to IUIC.fundraising@IsraelUnite.org or email I want to join the Booster Club. Let them know that you're interested in joining the Booster Club. IUIC.fundraising@IsraelUnite.org. We got the Power Hour Plus on Instagram. Follow, like, and share. Subscribe to the Instagram Power Hour Plus page where you'll find a lot of good shorts, a lot of good reels, all right? Anything else?
GetBeardGains.com for all of your manly badge of dignity needs. Get that beard looking right and kingly.
Don't look like the Chinese wino in the Chinese movie.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh, what's an shrimp Hawaii? Don't do that.
Hey, and if you got testimonials,
yes,
send it to us.
Send it to us.
Facebook or Instagram. Send us your testimonials.
That's right.
And with that, we say,
Shalom.
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 This for the Southern Kingdom, Kwame Yasharala.
Hey, one nation, one nation.
This for the Northern Kingdom, Viva la